Hello, everybody, and welcome on into another wonderful Season 5 tournament match. This is lower bracket round 2, Sora versus Nopons. And today on commentary, we have Hagmania and Milkweed. How are you two doing?
Hey, Soulblade, doing really good. Had a pretty good weekend. Hope you did too, chat. And yeah, Pegmania, thanks for joining me today. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. This is my first OOT randomizer commentary duties, so I'm very excited to get into this. Got a do or die situation as far as season 5 is concerned. This is loser's bracket. Winner moves on, loser goes home.
Yeah, so I think chat can see what we're seeing here. These matchup statistics, really interesting. Sora technically the favorite as far as seeding goes, but seed doesn't mean a lot because Rando is always going to Rando, right?
I think you are hit the nail on the head there. We've seen some really wild seeds and wild results already in this tournament. I think these two runners are fairly evenly matched, and they're veterans to the scene. They've got a lot of races under their belts. I really can't wait to get into this one.
Yeah, and right in the middle there, we see the total comparison races that both of them have participated in. These are weeklies, qualifiers, things like that. And Nopons has taken 10 of those over Sora. Those aren't 1v1s, of course. You play the game a little differently when you know you're only against one person. But even their last 10 races here, it looks like Nopons might have had a slightly stronger last 10 than Sora has, but they have both had some just fierce competition. Sora going up against Seisei and Cola, Nopons going against Tompus and Skyward.
Yeah, I was doing a little bit of rewatch of their matches, and so in their winners bracket round 1, Nopons lost to Skyward, like you were saying, and they just kind of had an extended Child 1 section, and they just kind of trailed Skyward the entire time. Skyward's an excellent runner. They just kind of fell behind and never really caught back up. But in their match against Tompus, they really used an efficient route with bomb chews. They found an out-of-logic hammer. They snowballed that with their progression, and it was just too much for Tom to overcome, really. So I think Nopons he seems to like a really full, clear sort of efficiency route, trying to get as many checks in at once with those extended first child or first adult sections. Sora, on the other hand, from what I've seen, he's a flexible, efficient router. He kind of reads between the lines of the logic, if you will. Everyone reads the logic, in the hints, but he seems to, sort of go one level deeper. He won his winner bracket round 1 match against Cola. It was a close one. It came down to a last location of chickens for the Iron Boots, so that's exciting.
My favorite. I love watching chickens. Chat, I think plenty of you know that.
Chickens it's a pretty divisive chick in the community. In his round 2 match against Seisei, that's the number 8 seed. So again, stout competition for these runners. He was unable to find Din's Fire in Child Goron City. I think he found an item in there as adult on the path, and he never went back as child. And Seisei just kind of quickly took that and cleared out. It was a forfeit for Sora. It was never really close, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just what happens sometimes. Especially in season 5. If anyone hasn't been following the differences here, we still have closed Deku. And we're seeing that between that and Ganon's being closed off until you have all 6 medallions. Child is a really strong start, but like you said, if you spend too much time in Child, if you don't start using those, the hook shots, the bows that you find, you can pretty quickly find yourself at a disadvantage even though you have all of those items. Just depends on how aggressive your opponent is.
And speaking of the start, we'll get to our first peek at the runners' start screens here. We can see their loadout. It appears that we are starting as adult.
Yep. Adult start, a stone start, which is interesting. I think I saw Baseball rolled this, so you know what? That puts us just one stone closer to the AD that they are known for. And my favorite starting song, Minuet. Love it. I will write a whole thesis on why it's the best starting song.
Well, as we get ready to start, go ahead. Hit me with some knowledge about Minuet on the start.
I just really like Minuet because it's so powerful for both adult and child routing. You have quick access to your river in your domain, quick access to all of Lost Woods, Kokiri Forest, quick access to Goron City, and you don't have to worry about logical forest access eating up one of your path hints.
That's right. Yeah, it's another difference between Season 4 and Season 5 is we've switched from Way of the Hero hints to the path hints, and so sometimes those path hints are really, really useful, and sometimes they're just about, logical access for forest.
All right, and we're in market. Nopon's gonna go get us some information. Sora going for that song. So, Kokiri Forest, path to Queen Goma. Lake Hylia, path to Bongo. 40 gold is a bomb bag. And Death Mountain Trail, path to Twin Rova.
Wow, that's a lot of information at the start there. Those
that is.
hint stones are powerful.
Yeah, and I think that was storms we saw.
Indeed.
On them. Yep. Yeah, 40 Skull Bomb Bag is a little concerning. I would say Bomb Bag's one of the easiest ones to kind of... It's easy!
Oh! Strap in, folks. All dungeons.
Yep, strap in, everyone. Sun Song on Burning Cack. Well, this isn't my fault. This is baseball's fault, so, we're one stone down. Market to King Dodongo, which means that 40 Skull Bomb Bag is useless.
That's right.
I mean, actually, it could just be a bottle in market that's gonna give us the skulls we need, but...
If that is the path for King Dodongo, oh my.
Skull Mask is dead. Oh, Blast Egg, no. It's Nocturne on Ocarina of Time. Classic. Classic.
Alright, so the runners are clearing out Kokiri Forest, and Mito's house has a big chest.
What is this? This isn't S5.
Magic!
Okay, early magic means our Dins is gonna be our goal mode.
Of course. Nocturne on AD, looking for Din's Go mode, sounds like a Season 5 seed to me. Is that an early Bomb Chew pack? Nice.
That magic is a little concerning as a potential path. And yeah, 10 chews is nothing to sneeze at, especially if runners are comfortable scumming those chews. You see Sora going straight over here to this field check.
That's right.
It's so easy to just reset. You don't really want to do it after only using one. Oh.
Big chest in the Boulder of Destiny.
30 is a Goron tunic. Probably won't be seeing that. And a wallet.
We won't, but with that wallet, it does bring up a good point about Goron tunic. With chest size matches content, our runners won't be opening up as many small chests, and so, heart and health management becomes a big deal, and something like the Goron tunic and Fire Temple can really, it can really play a big hand in the sea.
Yep, and, knowing what we know, we will be seeing all of the dungeons today. Okay, so, Dodongos, Deku, fire is fire, water is water, shadow is shadow.
What?
And spirit is spirit.
Is that
Baseball.
Four vanilla medallions?
Baseball, I need to have a word with you. First off, magic in Mito's house in S5 is unacceptable.
But Kokiri Forest is on the path to Goma, is that correct?
Yes.
So, with Deku being a forest medallion, now, that is a quick song potentially if we can find that Kokiri sword early.
Defense, my favorite. Finding double defense in these settings is so good. I am so bad at this game. These runners don't need more than like 5 or 6 heart pieces and containers, sorry. I lost my train of thought there halfway through a word. But having double defense is still so nice. Just a little buffer against those iron knuckles.
Give it up for the double D. And with the double defense, you might see even fewer chests open. So those tunics could play a real big hand in the comfort level of these runners.
Yep.
Oh, so Nopons is going child early. I have noticed they like the Valley Lake play if they don't get a hint that the checks are foolish. So we'll see if they do that. But they're taking their market hint, trying to find that bomb bag.
Is that just a stick it looked like?
I believe so.
I'm not going to talk about this too much, chat, but I don't know if any of you have checked out Pot Sanity or Rupee Shuffle yet. If not, I strongly recommend going and watching some of the streams runners have done. Dompe Race, which is a pretty, like, I'll call it clinical piece of rando, has just been made so spicy.
Oh, with the Pot Sanity? That's crazy. Yeah. There was a Freaky Friday race, right? That's correct. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Because there are freestanding rupees around in here that you actually have to go check.
So you have to go hunting. Oh my gosh. That sounds incredible.
Yeah, it's something. And Dompe Race, as the meta has continued to say, is throwing, and that is true today. Sora, not quite getting the void correctly, will have to save quit.
A bit of a time loss there with the save quit.
Yeah.
But I guess they could just go child anyway.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but the song is the biggest thing.
Right, yes.
Missing out on that song. I don't think you do that. I don't think we've seen Child Spawn yet, Soulblade.
No, we have not seen a save and quit from Child. Alright, so Nopons is going to go check out the ranch to see what song Malin has.
Yeah, and this makes total sense. You know, given that medallion layout, we might just have a vanilla Kokiri sword hanging out.
With all the other vanilla in the seed, I wouldn't be surprised.
With all of the vanilla in this seed. We're about to find out why the vanilla game is actually really terrible, because they did such a good job at it, but... Convenient... Oh. Alright. One chicken down.
Trez, I don't know if this is an oops AD. Or
it's
if it's
not oops.
It's a hard AD.
Yeah, not oops. Just straight up AD for Nocturne. Oh.
Oh, that's nice.
Baseball. I'm confused. I'm concerned. Magic and Furor's Wind under 10 minutes. How many double dips of dungeons do we have ahead of us today? Serenade in the Windmill.
All dungeon double dips. It's just like I like my ice cream. Alright, so checking out some checks here in CAC for Sora. Nothing of note yet. Did get Serenade. It's a nice warp song to have.
Yeah. And Saria's where our horse should be.
Saria's song opens up another couple checks there in Lost Woods and Goron City. So we could be seeing a few more plays here, especially with those bomb Jews. You can go from Lost Woods to Goron City through the shortcut. Mm-hmm. So we could see quite an extended child section here. Sora going to buy a shield. That is a note that I did make. Both runners are on team buy a shield. They bought that as soon as they had access to it, the rupees.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you have the rupees and you're going by it, yeah, buy a shield. Oh, Sora. Missing the fence there, unfortunately.
We'll see what the man on roof has as. Nopons is walking out of Lon Lon Ranch, so... Me and my big brain research, he might actually be going for Valley Lake.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying earlier, those Sphere Zero checks have become so powerful in these settings, and yep, that is going to be Valley Lake. It's also very nice, you know you're going back for that Kokiri sword chest, you've got 10 chews, you can actually do Southfield along the way. It looks like Nopons is gonna do a Tektite Grotto Peak as well.
Just a purple rupee down below. Oh, is that a big cheese? A big chest peak there?
It could be Big Cheese. I'm totally game for them throwing random food bits in here. Oh, hey, our Zora tunic. It's not in logic yet, but you know what? For what we've seen so far, a central pillar required check is feels right. Feels right. And we do have a prediction going now, chat. Gamble responsibly with your fake money, but
Pause
throw
champ,
some
big
points
chest.
who will win?
The lens. Lens with magic.
Usable lens.
Let's go team right for the bomb bag. Early call.
Yeah, that is a fully in logic usable lens. Chess minigame?
That's right.
Kokiri sword on chess minigame? It's probably a slingshot. Let's be real, chat.
Well, it's market for Dodongo and forest for Goma, so I think the bomb bag might possibly be in there.
Yeah, I mean, the bomb bag could be there, and I mean, that could also easily mean that our Kokiri sword is bomb locked.
True.
It can all converge.
Wouldn't that be
in
something?
one place.
Water Temple Foolish.
Temple Foolish. Alright. Ooh,
And there's a strength. Is strength in 3 bomb shoes? That's not enough for... Is that enough for Dodongo?
Nice, Sora. Good jump there. Sora has a decision to make now. Oh.
Just gonna save warp.
I mean, you don't really have a choice to get out of there, unfortunately. Yeah. But
no Sun Song to get out of the Goron City maze.
Yep. So that's gonna go back to prescription, unfortunately, but you got it.
One of our wonderful trackers, Shannock, pointing out that you can do DC with just 3 chews and strength. I'm not sure that he would choose to do so, but it is an option.
Yeah. Two for the eyes in the last room above Katie. Everything else can be done with strength. Alright, Sora getting the path information that Nopons grabbed right away.
Is that more
chews in the lake. Big Goron's dead. Rip. So we had... Did we have a Death Mountain Trail? A path to Twin Rova? Am I remembering that right?
Yeah, DM2 to Twin Rova, yes.
Okay. So, lens.
Well, I guess that it would be for logical crossing.
All of these are pointing towards a bomb bag in lens minigame, aren't they? That is what all of this is.
It very well could be.
Lake Hylia Path to Bongo is gonna be the only thing that's not all about that bomb bag.
And I think unless we find Requiem, unless we find Requiem in a similar sphere to that lens, I think the path is fulfilled already. That was a bottle on Kid Fishing. Yeah, nice. Oh, Rush Ice.
Bottle Path to Bongo would be interesting.
Someone called the bottle path to Bongo. How dare you? Or no, the bottle path.
Yeah. I was just reading it. I'm just reading chat. Oh yeah. Get your guesses in. I'm gonna go... this.
I was team right from the start. Uh-oh, right.
Oh, rip. I'm out.
Uh-oh. Free rights.
Free rides.
Field scrub. Going to give us
4
just a piece of heart.
rights.
Uh-oh. 4 rights.
Can we do it?
Team right.
Oh.
Rip.
Rip.
But, big chest. The bomb bag.
Hey, a bomb bag. Now we can go do bomb shoe bowling. It was not alright. Oh.
Arl.
Oh. Yeah, 40 skulls dead. Super dead. Yeah.
We do not have to worry about collecting 40 skulls either for that bomb bag.
No, I think skulls are dead.
I think all the way. So, could collect 10 and 20, yes.
Yeah, 10 and 20 might be something. Alright, what's bomb shoe bowling? Gonna give us our Kokiri sword?
I think it's... Oh, the Rang!
I mean, we have to do Stone Jabu anyway. Sure.
Alright, so Nopons is going to take Minuet and find out what's on the Sara's song.
Of course. They swapped places. Boomerang.
Well, it'll be a quick 10 skulls as well with the boomerang.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, boomerang makes collecting skulls as a child very easy. 10, I mean, is basically free anyway.
Yes, yes.
I
think
wouldn't quite...
I think you have 10 available from the start of the game anyway, so...
Yeah, yep.
So the market was full today. A lot of items leading to progression in the market.
Yeah, so let's see. We had, I think, Furor's Wind. No, that was on Talon's Chickens, right?
Yeah, that was in Lon Lon.
Yeah.
Oh, Sacred Forest Meadow, big chest. The bow. Wow, we are getting kitted out for our stone dungeons.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it makes sense. It just makes you worry, like, how many items are locked in shadow then?
These are the things we worry about in Season 5.
Yep, if we're gonna end up getting Nocturne so quickly.
And as is often the case with Rando, sometimes, a seed is locked behind one item and it takes forever to find that one item. And sometimes the seed gives you all the items to start except for one and it becomes just a hunt in the end. And sometimes a casino even.
Yeah. And I mean, the concern I have, I mean, I would just go river, honestly, in Sora's position here. Obviously, you check if you have a vanilla Kokiri sword, but go river. Buy your beans.
Let's see. I think I would like to see... Oh, so it's magic that's on our path to Goma? Is that correct?
Yep. I'm pretty sure it's for that bomb bag.
So it's for the bomb bag. Oh my god.
It could be for crossing, but I do think that all of these paths ultimately have intersected on that bomb bag. Our market path to King Dodongo, our DMT path to Twin Rova was the lens. We get our magic in Kokiri Forest. I think it's just, here's your bomb bag. Which doesn't happen all the time, but I think it happens a little more often than runners would really care for.
I do think, I think I've heard runners mention this before. When Dodongo is a medallion, sometimes it happens pretty frequently with that bomb bag being the logjam in the path hints. Mm-hmm. Yes, if you're just joining us here 19 minutes in, we have found out within the first 35 seconds that it is all dungeons because Nocturne is locked behind the Ocarina of Time.
Yep. We started with a stone. We've got Jabu and Forest as our other stone dungeons. And we are quite a bit of the way there. Just looking for a hook shot. Which Sora is going to miss out on Skull Kid here.
Lost Woods, but he's
it
not.
Doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter. Yeah, baseball has blessed us with yet another AD seed.
Well, it does have to take a little bit off your chest there. If you've coming past Skull Kid without Aria's song, and then you find a Lost Woods Foolish, it takes a little bit of the pressure off.
Yep. Feels pretty good knowing you don't have to come back for that.
Don't have to come back for the slingshot? Yeah, it's pretty convenient. Baseball, what are you doing to us? There's some convenience at the beginning of this game.
The only way that particular foolish hint gets better is if it's Kokiri Forest, and they've already cleared out Kokiri Forest.
Yes, indeed.
Classic. My, favorite foolish... I don't know. This would be an interesting
taking a second as he reads that.
Shield flicking a little on the way back. I think it would be an interesting poll what your favorite, foolish location is, and I'm like, Goron City, all the way. There's so many things you have to remember, so many things you actually need.
and it's, two ages, child and adult sections, that's right.
Yeah. Hate it.
Alright, so speaking of Goron City, we are going to see Nopons.
Yeah, Soulblade, I agree. Fortress Foolish gives me the most relief, for sure. Alright, Sora. So... interesting. That was child spawn on Fortress side.
Oh. We spawned on Fortress side.
Yep. Which, I mean, we already have our Horsen logic, so we don't get to really talk about the fun logic of that.
But if we get Kokiri Sword, could we get Fortress access that way?
It can be in logic, yes, to defeat the guard as child for your access.
I think I saw an S4 race like that. Yeah, I think Sponge was involved in an S4 race that had logical K-Sword for Fortress access.
Yeah. And we don't know where our Kokiri Sword is quite yet. We will have it eventually. Nopon's gonna be picking up that lens here.
So if Nopons gets over to market because he has that path hint, he'll be pretty caught up here between the runners, as Sora is, as so often is the case, kind of looping back on each other the checks they've already made.
Yep. Yeah, Wombat, that was Choose on Ruto's letter spot, and Bunsmark, it is all dungeons for Nocturne. Gonna be a real fun ride.
And I think all paths are leading to King Dodongo here. I think our runners are going to go back adult pretty soon and see what the old dino has for us.
Do child DC, you cowards.
Dodongo's Cavern is an adult dungeon, am I right?
Oh, I can't remember if it was in a qualifier or just a, random one-on-one I was watching, but someone ended up going back and finishing Dodongo's Cavern as child because they were already there in Goron City and had gotten a bomb bag so late.
And Purple Rupees has it exactly right. AD can be a long seed, but the competition in this tournament and just within the OoTR community has been ramped up so high. We've seen several AD seeds already this season, and both runners have sub 3'd. So, I mean, the competition is stout and stacked. It's furious. Again, this is a loser's bracket match. These runners will be executing as high as they can and hope not to choke. And if you start choking, take off those iron boots.
Yeah, so the sub 3 thing, I would agree with J-Bone here that chest size matches contents definitely helps with that. I mean, it knocks a few minutes off of Shadow, for example. It knocks well down from, what was already a pretty quick and check dense trip. You're probably spending, 2.5 minutes down there half the time.
That's another great place, a check dense location for us that is available. Oh, we don't have ZL though. Where is ZL hiding? Do we have a hint for that?
My guess would be on Prelude.
Right, so if we get Deku, okay, yeah. If they had ZL, it would be even more enticing because he would leave a couple of checks behind.
Yeah, and unlike the bomb checks, you can't peek all of the ZL ones. You can peek 2 of them, but that still leaves 2 that you're questioning. And, a lot of the time you're able to find out, oh, I only have found 1 key so far. 2 of them are key, things like that, but...
It does look like Nopons is going to take a peek, though, or at least going to open the well.
Yeah, I think you go down there. Nopons doesn't have bombs yet, unfortunately.
Still doesn't have that bomb bag, yeah.
But honestly, at this point, you kind of hope, here's my bomb-locked bomb bag. Especially when what you're expecting to find in market is a bomb
He does have
bag.
12 chews, yeah, so I mean, he's got plenty of resources. Just doesn't have that ZL.
Alright, Sora.
Gonna play Serenade, so...
Yeah, exactly, purple.
Oh, gonna use it as a makeshift prelude using the owl. I see.
Yep, discount prelude.
And you'll see the power of CSMC, chest size matches content, right here in the well.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of peeks, lots of running around, not opening chests.
Yep.
And our runners are.
I think that was a small chest in the like room, but...
I think we've only seen smalls, but again, my eyes are terrible. I'm an old man.
A well has not been...
Another small chest, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now watch this be hookshot and it'll just be all worth it. Alright, Sora doing child shooting.
Ooh, was that a strength?
I think so.
That'll be Nopons big cheese, since Sora's already picked up his.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that puts our... Let's see. What was it? Oh, the prescription.
Oh, it was the eye drops. Yeah.
Yeah. The eye drops don't matter. We have a hint Big Goron is
That's
dead,
right.
I'm pretty sure, so,
Yeah, but we are. That is part of the kit for Spirit Temple, though, so Strength 2 is nice to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is kind of, if we find a hookshot pretty quick here, this is a 100% to me rush GTG. You get to GTG.
That's right. You've got your bow. You'll have your Strength 2.
Yep. You've got bombs. You've got a horse.
Right. I like the call. You get that hook shot.
Definitely.
And you've got Lens and Magic, so logical crossing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's we're not able to cross yet. We still need either a long shot or hovers.
That's
to
right.
cross.
That's correct. Sorry, yes, that's right.
But otherwise, yeah, we've kind of got everything. They definitely need to, I mean, do your progression dungeons. Do Dodongos before you go to GTG. I'm not saying put off your dungeons, but...
Just a small key in the basement.
Yep. So we should have our last small key, I believe, and an item ZL locked.
Yeah, so that's a question mark there. If there's an item ZL locked. Oh, and this is something you don't often see. You're gonna climb out of the well.
Yeah, Wombat. Nopons definitely needs to do market checks.
And this is kind of what I was saying earlier. Nopons, he really likes to get as many checks in as he can during each section. So, if he's kind of just pushing this off, just doing as many, I think he could be losing time here. But we will see. You know, it's hard to say exactly who is in the lead. I do think there is a slight advantage to Sora, just a small one. Just because Nopons has made a lot of checks and kind of delaying his bomb bag.
Which, I mean, it's in child anyway. It's not... The worst part about this is that time of day.
It's true.
Nopons... It's probably, honestly, faster for Nopons to do an age change, set time of day by going to the outside Ganon's castle area, and then age change again. But you still have to get through night here.
Yeah, and you know, Kraz are crazy. It's a good point. Yeah, you might have to do most of the seed anyway, since it is all dungeons, and so nice, clean, efficient routing, you know, could win the day. But again, you know, sometimes you put off some of these checks, and you know, some things start to snowball out of your control as your opponent. It is a zero-sum game here. It's not a big tourney qualification race where you know, being thorough and consistent leads to a nice average time throughout. There are some times when in the 1v1, you know, a runner gets an early item and they just take it, go to their progression, and they just kind of run away with it. But there's a lot of this race left to go. We're only 30 minutes in. It is all dungeons, so we've got a lot to determine still.
And yeah, Shannock pointing out we didn't actually see that debris chest. I forgot about that, so we could have 2 items. ZL locked in there. But that was a very dead bottom of the well, what we were able to see. Alright, Sora gonna show us adult shooting. Oh, that's right, the strength. I already forgot about the strength.
Yeah, there was a strength
Virgil.
there, which is nice. Another point, yes. Without Suns, getting the chess minigame it's gonna be kind of tough.
I think Nopons is gonna set time of day.
Sure.
Honestly.
Sure.
I think that's what's gonna happen here.
Just another small little time loss. But, I mean, again, plenty of seed left.
Yeah, I mean, sure, it's a time loss, but it's also a time save over waiting around, pushing off getting your bomb bag.
That's right.
Potentially even worse, putting off getting your boomerang.
Yes, baseball. Kokiri Forest to Goma. And all we found there was magic. So as Mel has pointed out, we think it's all converging on that bomb bag. Like 3 path hints leading to the bomb bag.
And, I mean, it could not be. That's just speculation. We don't have nearly enough information to say that conclusively. We just know that it led to a bomb bag. Most certainly.
Alright, so now we are seeing Dodongo's Cavern. Here, Sora is taking those bombs and his adult self into a child dungeon, but if you are not familiar with the randomizer here, you'll see that clearing it out as adult is much faster.
Yeah. Alright, Nopons gonna do big pose here. If DC actually has anything.
Is that a big chest, though? Yes.
That is a big chest. Slingshot. Oh. Oh.
Well, you know, it is pointing us, you know, Deku is probably going to be a play here soon, so.
Yeah, but you need the sword. We don't care about the slingshot.
I know.
We don't care about that.
Available versus logical, I get it. But yeah, see, you know, it is nice to see.
Shannock pointing out that is not bomb locked. Not explicitly bomb locked.
That's right, and the strength wasn't bomb locked either, so.
Yeah. We had an accessible strength. Nopons is probably hiking up the mountain to do DC.
I would guess so.
Yeah, Lost Woods is foolish. We might find a, you know, vanilla slingshot on target in the woods, but
I'm getting concerned for Nopons. The longer he puts off that chess minigame.
Yep. And yes, Hollow Logic, silver is currently bomb locked. It's been kind of funny. You know, of course, I was joking when we started this. Said we were one step closer to the required AD we knew was going to be coming because baseball rolled this. But chat's been. It seems like chat wants jets. Chat's ready for like, I want all child dungeons.
We're suffering from a bit of all dungeon fatigue.
Yeah,
you might see.
Yeah, and you wonder how are the runners feeling about it if we're kind of like, it's AD again.
Well, at least it's not 80, 30, or 50. My God, I can't count on my hands or feet how many of those seeds we've had in Season 5.
The AD plus high skull seeds. Yeah, bomb shoes are not in logic.
They make checks available, but not logical.
Yep, and the biggest thing for Nopons...
Okay.
Oh, Sora?
Oh, no, he voted out.
Oh. The biggest thing for Nopons is, yes, even though these runners can probably do anything that they usually would do with bombs, you cannot do bomb shoe bowling without a bomb bag. And that is where Boomerang is. So, no matter how skilled Nopons is, you can't. You can't get your Boomerang without
Can't get past the clerk there. They just won't let you do it. It's like real bowling. You gotta have your shoes so you can go bowling.
They upgrade so good. That's one of the things, again, in these settings, you're not opening small chests very long. Resource management is an additional skill, and getting those stick and nut upgrades is just great. It's so nice.
Kind of a cheat for a refill there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because even though you know you're finding Kokiri Sword at some point in this seed, like, it might take a long time. Sora with the swag. Bouncing that bomb off the wall.
Any UK basketball fans there would call it a Whitaker Bank shot. Alright, so we have picked up our light medallion now. Does King Dodongo have anything on his heart piece spawn? Or heart container spawn? Oh, just a slingshot. Another. So that's 2 slingshots in Dodongo's cavern?
That slingshot definitely bomb locked.
Yes, indeed. All right, so Sora with
Things are not-
6 skulls.
Yeah. I believe Nopons did the child knight skulls
Yeah.
in CAC. I don't think Sora did.
So yeah, he can clean that up whenever he wants to go turn in 10.
Yep. But yeah, we are looking at bomb-locked checks for our Kokiri
Everything.
sword.
For our everything, really.
Yeah, I mean for everything, but...
It was specifically the Kokiri sword, yes.
But specifically Kokiri sword. And we have a lot of kind of scary options with what we know. It could be Frog's one. Could be just as simple as that. Just hanging out in river. It could be Strength 2 locked. Because we know we have a strength that's bomb locked here. Oh, Sora.
Some sharp shooting with the bow, but not with the roll.
Yeah, it could also just be magic locked. Very little direction. But spirit seems to be.
And with such little direction, it looks like he's gonna go check the Metagoran hint.
Mm-hmm.
Which, do we have many hints left available to us? We're gonna see, one way or the other.
Oh, yeah. Kirby, we were talking about the Kokiri sword. Oh,
Jabu
Path to Morpha. So that is a hookshot or irons, typically. That's interesting, though.
Yeah, and you can use that knowledge of Ruto's letter. You can start to logic out, piece some of the puzzle together there when you get these paths. When you get some of the more useful path hints where they're not all converging on a single item.
Yeah. What was that on the volcano? Shield?
I did not see. Let me see if I can't catch it on the... No, I didn't catch it on the restream.
Just some arrows in the wall.
Still missing Zelda's Lullaby as well.
Mm-hmm.
What are we thinking? Possibly Zelda's out at the Colossus? Or just on Prelude, like you were saying earlier?
Yeah, it's hard to know. We have another... Oh, King Zora dead.
Oh, there's Iron Boots.
Okay, so in theory, we're finding a hookshot in Jabu.
Which puts pretty high priority on it. I mean, I would say the hookshot, along with explosives, I think the hookshot is one of the, the real race-breaking items for a runner.
Yeah, a hookshot is very important. Not only because you need it for forest and water, but it locks so many things.
It's a great utility item. Yeah, it just hookshot is, as some of my friends would say.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, that is a good hint to get, though. Hammer Chest and Fire Temple is a key, so you won't have to climb all the way through in Deep Fire.
I think we're seeing River here from Sora.
Which is a play that you wanted made earlier. There are a number of hints, and there is a Sphere Zero check in River, so there can be something nasty hiding in the river here, and you might not find it for a while.
Yeah, and the only reason that I am a little more, do it when you're a child and you're, right there doing cleanup is because of that Frogs one, but...
Yeah, they have storms early, right.
But that's the only reason. Like, going as adult when you have iron boots makes so much sense. If you don't have a scale, like, don't.
Yep.
It,
Don't delay. Yeah. And you can check
Yeah.
Frogs 1 on your way. Well, if if Rudo's isn't on Frogs 1, you can check Frogs 1 on the way to Jabu.
Yep.
So Burning Cactus Suns, I think we knew that.
Yes.
Just a rupee freestanding out in the river.
Yeah, river's super dead here.
Ooh.
Valley is foolish. Okay.
It's our last Foolish. That's right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So our Foolish hints are Lost Woods, Water Temple, and Gerudo Valley. We're 45 minutes into the race. Just a quick recap for those coming in. It is all dungeons. Nocturne is on Ocarina of Time. We have seen Sora clear out Dodongo's Cavern, has a small medallion advantage, but not for long because Nopons is also in there. Nopons, the big difference right now is Nopons needs to get into market at night as child to find his bomb bag on chess minigame.
Yeah. All right. Sora, setting Scarecrow song. We can't use it yet, but you know what?
It's nice to have. You got Serenade. You're already out here.
So, Sora walking out of here makes me think this is a GTG play. Certainly do these field checks.
Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah, Letter is definitely not in Gerudo Valley. It's not in Water Temple. And it's not in Lost Woods. Those are the places Gerudo's Letter is not. It's also not in Ice.
That's very
or
true.
in Jabu. Or Fountain.
And it's not a Paradox Letter because King Zora is
Yep, we got a
dead.
hint for that. These are the places Letter will not be.
It could be Darunia. I don't think we saw that check. Yeah, because we don't have ZL.
Yep, we don't have Lullaby.
Yeah, that's another good point of the recap. We have yet to find Lullaby 45 minutes in, and it's not on OOT.
Yeah, those skulls are dead, pretty much. We just have to check 10.
Yeah, and 10, as we've pointed out, is just a very on-the-way type check that you gather.
So, the bottle probably is not path to Bongo.
I would say that's correct.
And it's definitely not the choose. Because they're not in logic.
So the real question becomes now, where is the Kokiri sword? And we're hopefully going to be finding it on... Well, I mean, not trying to be biased, but I think we're going to find it here with Sora as he checks out GTG.
Yeah, I mean, there are just so many checks there. Where was our bow? The bow was bomb locked. Yeah.
Right? Is that right? Chad, help us out. The bow was... Yeah, I believe we found it with Choose.
Yeah, Shannock, I would agree. Beans are a good idea.
Yeah, in Sacred Forest Meadow Grotto. Yeah, so it was bomb locked.
And we do not know what song is at Spirit. Okay, so as far as we know, Bo is bomb locked currently.
Yeah, J-Bone, I had that same thought that it could be hiding out there for Sheik to teach us in Colossus.
Yeah. My only concern with that is we haven't seen what the seed expects us to need for those things.
There's strength 2 for Nopons.
Yep.
Wow, some expert horsemanship by Sora. Epona so often refuses to jump that bridge on the first try.
But yeah, the seed, even though these runners are more than capable of crossing without any of the items the game expects them to have to cross, not seeing our first hook, let alone long shot, and not seeing hovers yet.
So in that scenario, we'd be seeing Requiem on Prelude to get ZL out of the Colossus.
Yeah, probably.
But I mean, we just don't know, honestly.
Yeah, we just don't know.
Gonna be a bit of a mid-game grind until we can find the next item that opens up our progression.
Alright, Nopons saving there, planning to scum this chew away if this isn't something exciting. And unfortunately...
choose when the bomb bag is in chess minigame! Oh, and he can't scum because it's Iron Boots.
Yep.
No Prelude in sight. Oh, Nopons, when are you getting back to market, my friend?
Pons grabbing these arrows. Sounds good. I mean, the save quit here is probably...
Looks like he might be doing it now.
Yeah.
It is a convenient save quit. It's very nice. Can set it tonight. If it wasn't already.
Extreme. I was just talking about the movie Hero the other day. I was telling my friend they needed to watch it.
Story, yeah, we brought this up at the beginning of the broadcast. Nopons is very thorough, very exhaustive checker. He likes to route basically as many checks as possible in, which could be a good thing, could be a bad. I mean, it's just each runner has a different style, and they've played it to this point in the tournament. Oh, there's Hookshot. All right. So it looks like our long shot is going to be within Jabu Jabu, or a way to it.
Yeah, so we're probably seeing letter pretty quick here, honestly.
I would agree. Yeah, especially going into GTG. And speaking of a mid-game grind, there's no better place to be than such a check-dense location as GTG. And here we're seeing that Sora has already set up Scarecrow. They played this great. They set up Scarecrow already before they even got Hookshot, but now they can use that to their advantage here within the fortress.
Yeah. And I mean, this also opens up, letter could be anywhere pretty much in GTG at this point, or it could be in forest.
That's right. Yep. We've got Minuet. We've got everything we need to get into forest as well. Gonna have to clear it out since it is all dungeons for Nocturne on Ocarina of Time. All right, another round. Ooh, Wombat. I hope he doesn't skip market. Those bombs are too useful. I think we'll see him check them all. Yeah. As thorough as he is, I would be really surprised. All right, so again, CSMC being a boon here in GTG as we can peek around. I didn't see center chest. I'm terrible about peeking.
It looked small to me, but we will see.
I did not see...
Yeah, Soul Blade, I used all of my prediction skills on calling AD.
What an oracle you are. Season 5, right. Calling AD.
Season 5, calling AD. Alright, Nopon's gonna just walk straight over to Bombchu Bowling.
Yeah, there's no way he doesn't. I would just be so surprised.
Keeps. Welcome in. It's AD for Nocturne.
a lot of checks coming up. Boom, boom, boom here for Sora.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sora doesn't have that strength 2, though.
Oh, that's right.
That could, depending on what's behind that block, that could be very interesting when Nopons gets over there.
And again, so, again, difference in the runner style. Nopons had the ability to go into well. Didn't have ZL, but he chose to do as many checks as possible during his child section. So he went into the well and found his first strength, and then found strength 2 in Goron City. So again, just another difference here. See if Sora gets another strength to, quote unquote, bail him out, or if there's anything useful at all behind the strength 2 block. But it will be orphaned if he does not find a strength 2 within GTG.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's such an unfortunate thing to have in the back of your mind. What did I leave behind?
Scale.
Ooh. So that, I would say, adds some interest. Because we know Jabu should have our other hook shot.
Right.
If we are expected to cross for Lullaby, that scale would be our logical way to get into Jabu to get that long shot.
Ooh, another big chest from the hammer room here. I guess that's the title of this room. Is there a name for this room?
I don't know, but this is the hammer-locked chest.
I'm never gonna leave this big cheese thing down with chat.
Big cheese. That's fine. We all get these things. It's just how it goes. Nopons, going Child River.
It's a spicy pepper jack because it's bomb bag, but no other cheeses to be had.
What would a hammer cheese be to you?
That's a hard. Well, I like it. It'd be a hard cheese, something like a Parmesan. You have to grate it. The hammer's so hard.
Yes, technically, that chest with the fire around it, you are expected to have hammer, logically, to do that.
As we were cheesing it up here, did we miss a Kakiri sword? Was that right? Was it on right side?
No. I think that was just speculation.
Actually, I totally missed it, so...
Oh, did we see it behind the Song of Time block?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, freestanding there.
Freestanding?
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Interesting.
Wombat, it's... it's just cheese, man. Yeah.
Basically, what happened was someone tried to say chest, but said cheese.
Oh, hover boots. All right.
Alright, yeah. Sora looks a little confused. Did Sora just scum those? Did Sora save anyone?
Yeah. So he scummed. All right, scummed him so he can get the K sword. Right.
Okay.
Scumming for Kakiri sword. Yeah, you would choose that over hovers.
Okay. So here is one of those. You're definitely coming back for hovers. You're not going to put those off for too long. But Nopons being able to full clear GTG in one go, that thoroughness we talked about, this is one of those times where it does pay off a little. Sora has Furor's Wind, it's usable. You're not really, losing that much time in this. But it is time.
Yeah, I agree with chat. Carry sword gets you stuff now, hovers don't. Yep, I agree with you and chat. Sometimes chat is smart. Good job, chat.
Yeah, Nopons can't do toilet. Sora can't do toilet. We don't know where our Song of Time is yet. And yeah, Deku also unlocks the song. You want
So,
that?
yeah, and I think he does have enough keys to go get the hovers, so it's all going to work out for him.
Awesome.
Which is good for Sora. It's good news for Sora. He may not need to come back to GTG. We do not know because we haven't seen what's behind the silver block there, because he does not have Strength 2. But he's going to take all the items he has now, and he's going to play Minuet, and it looks like we can clear Forest. Makes sense. I gotta push your progression. Uh-oh. Seeing some naps in bed in the chat. No, come on now. Hang on with us.
No. Bye. I personally love Forest Temple, but I get it. Fortunately, we don't have both runners. And there is Din's on top of the lab.
Interesting. All right. It's fascinating how the seed is just kind of... I don't know. The seed's kind of strange to me. You know, these items are just kind of laying about there, but it still seems like there's going to be that one casino-y type deal here.
Yeah. Yeah, Virgil, I think Shadow is meant to be pretty early in this.
Right, because you're expected to have Rudo's pretty soon here. We can clear Forest.
Yeah. Hey Jax, welcome in.
Oh, at the 1 hour mark, let's do a little recap and give some shout outs here. If you don't mind hitting those chat commands for me, someone, I guess baseball or...
I got it.
You got it. Thank you, Mel. Just want
Yeah,
to shout out our
happy 1
runners.
hour.
Yeah, happy 1 hour. I want to shout out our runners, Sora and Nopons. Get their links in the chat. I would like to thank Mel Kui for commentating with me. My name is Hagmania. Shout outs to our trackers doing the heavy lifting behind the scenes here, Shanok and Carliana. And you know, big shout out to I think is Soulblade hosting our restream. Thank you very much, Soulblade. And to Trez and the ZSR community for putting on such great content for us all to enjoy.
Yeah, thanks to everyone joining us today too. Hope you are enjoying it so far. I'm not quite sure where Nopons is headed.
Yeah,
currently.
Is he going to Ice Cavern?
Nopons does not have ZL or
Oh,
hovers.
that's right. He doesn't have ZL or hovers. Okay.
Oh yeah, and thanks Baseball for yet another AD seed. Fortunately, all the skulls we would need to see today are 10.
Thank you to baseball. Our race is going to be long, if not longer than a baseball game.
Probably pretty close.
Pretty close.
To like an average baseball game.
Mm-hmm.
Mido skip. Oh, that's right. Nopons did not do River.
Right. Yeah, he hasn't cleared out River. Okay, so we saw this play from Sora as well. But again, this just harkens back to Nopon's round 1 game against Skyward, where he was just kind of trailing behind, doing the checks that Skyward was doing in the ahead of him, and that efficient routing just didn't exactly pay out. It could still for him because his very long child section got him another strength in bottom of the well, which is an advantage that he has on Sora right now. So if Sora doesn't go to well in a timely enough manner, that could come out ahead for Nopons. But otherwise, he's just going to be following Sora around, really, for the next good bit before he goes to GTG.
Yeah, I mean, Nopons doesn't have a lot of options. We talked about that hookshot earlier.
Mhm.
Without a hookshot, you have far less available to you. Without ZL and hovers, you can't even do the meme of rush ice. So Nopons playing Serenade here is definitely going to be going to GTG right now. We will find out how much of an advantage those silvers could be. And I wouldn't be too surprised if Nopons does opt to cross.
Right.
Sora set Furor's wind, knowing he would probably have to go back anyway. Nopons may not do that. May prioritize getting that song set FW in spirit if it's not Requiem out there.
Yeah, it's a good point. And again, with that very early Furores and Magic, it does make routing gives you a lot of routing options with an all dungeon seed. And before we get too much further, a big shout out and thank you to Jason for gifting 10 subs, a 10 sub bomb. Thank you so much, Jason.
Wow, yeah, thanks, Jason. Welcome in. I see some fun names on this list. Hope you all enjoy your gift subs, your emotes. We have some excellent ones. One of my favorites. Blame Trez. Because no matter whether or not Trez had anything to do with any individual race or seed,
Always.
it's all his fault.
Always Trez's fault.
Nopons does not have the Valley Foolish hint yet, but we'll see that this is nothing, hopefully...
Yeah, it's just a small chest anyway.
Yep.
It is looking like our hammer... We're not hinted on the hammer, are we? Do we have a Volvagia path?
No?
Yeah, so it looks like our hammer could be...
Anywhere.
Yeah, it could be our Go Mode item.
Flightless Shrimp, you are correct that there was in fact a previous Trez Hell's sub-goal. And it didn't happen yet. I have been told soon, TM. Yes, Trez is a busy person.
He's our busy person, though, and we love him. Love you, Trez, but also blame Trez, flame Trez, yes, etc., etc.
Blame Trez. This is when he just pops in, like, what is this slander?
No, I said love you! We're coming up on Valentine's Day, by the way. Send your Valentines to Trez, please.
That would be a very interesting, like, community effort. Sending Valentines to the...
Let's do it, chat.
To the organizers. Oh, I am so sad that the chants are gone. So sad. Yeah.
We gotta get a bunch of... We gotta get a bunch of, Zelda-themed Valentines going.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't really want to try and force it.
Sorry, I had to turn off my mic again as I groaned really loudly.
Blastic, it all depends on whether or not Nopons decides to cross. I think if we go after that song out at Desert Colossus, we'll avoid Double Forest.
Double Forest is only followed up with back-to-back Forest, so it'd be the next best thing.
Either way, I will immediately forget what Sora finds in Forest, so it'll all just be new to me when Nopons goes through.
Well, right now it's a hot pile of nothing, I believe, so...
Sora having a rough fight here with what is usually considered the best of the pose. Or maybe it's a strat.
You'll not bait me into a Poe debate. I know how these things go and how possessive people are and how jealous they are of their Poes. But purple. Nice, Axel.
Yeah, I mean, Meg, great Poe. I think the Cubs sub goal was met. I don't know what exactly it means.
I think he's going to be sent a candy bar, a payday.
Yeah, like an actual payday candy bar. And you know, this room loves to have a big chest in it.
Light arrows.
Okay, light arrows. Yeah.
Well, that's one worry off the runners' lists here. We won't have to have a big hunt for light arrows.
Yep, that's nice. Someone asked what extra innings in OoTR would be, and that is when you are in glow mode, meaning all you need are the light arrows. And Ganon says they're in his castle, and you don't have strength 3. But you're emptying all of the other trials, and you find Dins for Stone Shadow, where your strength 3 hides.
Extra innings or a nightmare?
That's what extra innings are.
That's right, Weasel. If you're joining in, it is AD. For those just joining, Nocturne is taught by the Ocarina of Time. Which
and yet we all keep coming back.
Yeah, that's right. We're gluttons for punishment. Gluttons for all dungeons.
So Nopons got eaten, but eventually killed this like. Alright. Key.
You have to imagine that Rito's letter is showing up pretty soon.
3 keys behind strength 2 here.
That's a pretty lucky break for Sora.
I think, though, that means toilet's an item.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Soulblade, I think our count is a little concerning there.
Alright, so if that is the case, and we are needing a key item and still have that to check, we'll need Song of Time.
Mm-hmm. And one of the things I thought we might see in Forest was Ruto's letter, and I don't believe we saw that.
Nada. Oh, yeah. Could still be on Phantom Ganon. Yep, Shannock pointing out Kiri Sword is logically Song of Time locked since there was a key on the right side. Able to use that key on the right side to collect both Kiri Sword and the Hover's Boot, which are a few keys deep into the left side.
Yep. Yeah. So, Song of Time is probably more likely out at Colossus, as J-Bone is pointing out, because you're kind of expected to have that.
Alright, coming up to the Phantom Ganon fight here for Sora. See how he handles. Yes, there's a pretty cheeky quick kill. I'm not sure though if it's possible without the big orange sword.
You can do a like 0 cycle with Master Sword, yeah.
You still can? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I saw a very interesting one the other day where you basically like continue stun locking Phantom Ganon, so you shoot with an arrow immediately after a hit. It was a very interesting strat. I had never seen it.
I haven't like seen that one either.
Our song could be at ice, but we don't know where our Ruto's letter is. And so until we find out where that is, we only have to go off the information we have as far as piecing together the logic.
Alright, pause for PG item. Nope.
Nothing.
5 rupees.
But that is 1 stone dungeon down. For Sora.
Yep, and since Kokiri Emerald was the free stone in our pockets, just one left to get that Nocturne. But we will still need Ruto's letter. Where could it be hiding? Sora thinks it could be in Water Temple.
I think this is probably just adult lake checks.
Oh, but it's foolish. That's right. Yeah, water's foolish anyway, so we don't have to worry about that. So just adult lake. That's right. He set Scarecrow, but didn't have hook shot. We'll have to come back. Understood.
Yep. But Sora can also show us lab dive out of logic.
That's right.
Nopons didn't have a hook shot to do that.
Or the boots. Right. Oh no. Nopons did not set for roars?
Nope.
Ugh.
Yep. And Nopons, unsurprisingly, going into forest. And both of our runners really looking for
It's really
that
Rita's.
letter.
Yeah.
And so at this point, having that Dins, I am surprised that Nopons wouldn't at least go to Haunted Wasteland. Honestly, having the hovers. I don't believe there's anything about where those were that exclude that from being letter at this point. Chat can correct me if that's
Would it be
incorrect.
Song of Time locked? Yeah, that's the only question.
It was in center chest, so with the strengths, with the keys from the strengths and the bow and the hookshot, I kind of think hovers are in logic without Song of Time. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think you have the right of it there. Okay. So yeah, that is a question. Perhaps why would you not go to Haunted Wasteland there? Use your Dins. It's another check.
Because that does, it puts all of crossing in logic.
Right, because you got hovers and we have the lens with magic.
And if it is your ZL out there, your Song of Time is probably in your Composer Grave or Ice. Yeah. But we will see. Not setting furrours could hurt, though.
Yeah, it's just more time that they'll bleed as they have to get back. I guess they're hoping, though, that they'll find Requiem before. But again, without letter, if it is on Wasteland, that's it's just bleeding even more time. Good point, Shannock. Sora may put off Spirit for a while. He won't fish for the letter. I see what you did there as well. Okay, this smells of a bottom of the well play from Sora.
Which is a great call on his part.
Didn't really have much else to do.
That strength in there. Yeah.
I guess he could have checked Bolero.
See, that's the other thing. We do have access to the Crater song now.
Right, yeah, it could just be sitting there in the crater.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate a fire dip here having no direction as to where Hammer might be. Oh yeah, Deku. That makes sense.
That's right. Oh yeah, Deku and gosh,
That's a good
lot to
shout,
keep
chat.
track of. Thank you, chat. Thank you. Plays Minuet, goes, clears out Deku. If he still doesn't have anything, which he won't have strength to, presumably, he can go clear out Well. Or if he finds something that might pull him away from Well. Lots of implications here with what's in Deku. Yeah, our hopes of a sub 3 are fleeting fast, but you never can tell. The way these seeds go sometimes, might just find all of our items and be in go mode before you know it.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, though, I think we are in for a bit of a longer haul.
Mm-hmm. Did we actually have a... I need to remind myself what our... Is it paths? Yes.
Which one are you looking for in particular?
I am looking for... Oh, that's right. Jabu is a stone. There's no hint.
That's right.
Ah. We have Jabu path to Marfa. Thanks, game.
And Lake Dabongo also a thanks, since it was Din's Fire.
Yep. We have not gotten a Sungrave hint. We know Sun Song is on Burning Cack.
And I think depending upon the location of Requiem, our DMT is also fulfilled.
Yep. But, you know, the Dins, speaking of the path to Bongo, the Dins could lead us to Letter.
That's true. That is true.
Like I said, it could be Haunted Wasteland. It could be in Composer Grave if ZL is at either the crater or Colossus. Just because we know that it is hard required for Shadow, doesn't mean that it can't also be Path because it,
yeah, absolutely,
you know, is fire. It's
That's right. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about path hints. You can't 100% know for certain what is exactly being pointed to. But you can say that one has been fulfilled or not, just looking at the item layout.
right.
But still, you know, that goes to you know, a kind of a full clear mentality. Are you going to fully check your path? Are you going to run with what you think is a path fulfillment? You know, all these are decisions that these runners are making, you know, on the fly here. You know, runners use... Oh, big chest. Pause.
Oh.
Hi, Sarah.
So rude, game. Yep. Ice arrows for Sora. Meanwhile, Nopons going through forest.
We're still sleeping over on the right side.
Yep. I mean, light arrows are in here.
That's
Important
right.
thing.
That'll perk you up real quick when you get some light arrows. Like, oh, all right, thank you. Good to see Purple Rupees in the chat. Been a bit of a revelation this season. Congratulations on your run thus far, Purple Rupees. Good luck to you in the rest of the tournament.
Sora getting the one cycle on Koma. Having Slingshot is very nice for that. These runners, generally speaking, have no problem one cycling even when using Deku Nuts, but... Alright, does Goma have anything?
Just a shield.
Piece of wood. Sounds good.
Did they check hints? I don't think Sora checked hints, but we may not even have any hints that are worth checking anymore.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And yes, Blastig, thank you for pointing that out. Ice arrows are not, in fact, Path to Bongo Bongo. We do enjoy memeing about it because there is a special animation if you hit Bongo's hands with the ice arrows, but they are not required for anything.
Oh, this could be a bit worrisome for Sora if they skip well.
Skipping well and domain is certainly a play.
That is a choice.
How many meme items do we have? This entire game is a meme, Kit Kat, so every item is a meme item if we really want it to be.
Yeah, I don't think they're actually skipping, though. I think they're going to go check Prelude since they have Forest Medallion now. This is going to give them a lot of information about the seed.
But I kind of think ice arrows are the first meme item that we've seen. Officially. Yeah, that's so... it's an interesting call to not go do either of those areas. Especially not having a strength 2. I would imagine that what Sora is doing here is, well, getting Prelude.
Nice to have. There's been so much vanilla in this seed. It's quite funny.
Yeah, but I would imagine this is a fire dip.
I think this is the right call. You could definitely find ZL out in the crater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you know, honestly, it could so easily be Song of Time.
Right? Right?
Which,
yeah.
Which, like, doesn't help us a whole lot because we're not getting quite as much, like, different information from both of these runners as we would usually think of having by the 90-minute mark.
Sure, yeah, it's been not exactly linear, but it's just been very constrained. Our path has been pretty restricted.
Yeah, it could be ZL. If it is Lullaby in Crater, you're going straight to Composer Grave. You've got your torches there, you've got another song there.
Alright, light arrows for Nopons as he heads towards Phantom Ganon. Gonna do the block puzzle, clear out Meg, and the rest of the basement of Forest. Alright, Bolero is Song of Time.
Hey, logic!
Oh, Mel the Oracle.
Hate this.
You read the tea leaves there.
Yeah. And we did have a question in chat if it's possible for Lullaby to be in the vanilla location. Technically, because songs are randomized, you start with a free song. It's considered the Lullaby check. Though you start off with that song, sometimes it is Lullaby.
Well, we know Burning Cack is Sun Song.
Yeah, Burning Cack was hinted, so... Yeah, Burning Cack is Sun Song. Yeah. In summary, yes, technically you can have vanilla Lullaby, but you don't need to go get it.
Yeah, you would just start the game with it.
Not in these settings. There are some settings where you have to actually go through the whole guard mess, meet Zelda.
It's not been a thing for a few seasons now, I believe.
Yeah. And yeah, Purple Rupees, there is definitely some cool new tech that was discovered pretty recently, but it is not allowed in the S5 tournament or Challenge Cup. But it is it's super funny. Have you watched the pot boost?
Oh, in Crater? I've not seen this trick. I've heard word of it, but I've not actually seen it performed.
link across. Sounds good.
That's funny. I gotta check this out now.
Yep. And it looks like we are gonna be hammer locked. Pretty quick in fire here.
So, a bit more restriction to the seed.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's looking like the Wasteland is going to hold answers to some of our questions, be it directly or indirectly.
Temple entry. Yeah, Weasel, this could have been a hammer.
Alas, Weasel, not to be.
Alright, Sora is playing Minuet again. So, having gone through Crater to dip fire, usually playing Minuet you would expect a runner is rushing ice. Sora has the hovers now, so that is an option. But it's an interesting decision to make here when what you're looking for is your letter.
Right. I guess they're imagining that, well, I guess you can't guarantee that it's a useful song in ice.
Yeah, I mean, Sora probably knows what we know.
Right.
Lullaby has to be out at Colossus.
Right.
Sora has that info now. And so, knowing that Sun Song is on Burning Cack, knowing that Nocturne is... Oh, excuse me. Knowing that Nocturne is on Ocarina of Time, you're looking at Requiem or Bolero out here.
It'd be a bad taste in the mouth, though, if it's Bolero. I guess it would help you getting back to fire.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. I mean, they could still find, they could find a strength. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there could just be the hammer hiding out in Ice Cavern, so...
Yeah.
I get it. I get the play. You've narrowed it down. It could be one of two songs, and if it's Requiem, then, you're sitting pretty, and,
yeah.
get ZL immediately.
Oh, Nopons is back. Forest is over.
Hey! We've woken up from our slumber.
So yeah, I am curious what Nopons opts to do. Pulling out that hook shot, definitely going up to Lost Woods.
Alright,
well. But I sort of assume from Sora that part of this is just the meta of S5. Rush Ice is just so strong. Is that... It's something.
Mirror Shield?
Mirror Shield.
Mirror Shield? Yeah. Alright, so Mirror Shield. Well, that's big. That's nice to have before you cross.
Yeah, I mean, Nopons gets that. They can just go to Spirit.
That's right. Huh.
But if the other strength is out here...
Yeah, Nopons, full, exhaustive, clear, it could be working out in their favor here. Mm-hmm. They are still a bit, behind Sora in just raw progression checks, but they're going to have the same information now. Mm-hmm. And we'll see, they're going to save and... No? Yes, they are going to save and quit. Oh, so now they're gonna go to Deku. Oh, yes, so they are a Deku behind Sora now. They're gonna get the information that Prelude is vanilla. Yeah, still a few minutes behind Nopons is, but again, they have that strength too, so it could all turn based upon Sora's decisions here throughout Ice and afterward.
Yeah, I mean, the other strength could be out here. We have no indication that that strength in Well is Path. We know that it's not, in fact. So we have no reason to believe that the other strength has to be locked behind one or both of those.
That's
But
right.
this is. Logically, Ice Cavern is strength 2 locked. Because of the keys. I hit GTG, so.
Yeah, and if you haven't been here the full time, the question was asked, where's the strength 2? It was in bottom of the well, which Nopons has checked everything but the lullaby locked checks in bottom of the well. Sora has not been to CAC to open the well up since they got storms, so they've just been pushing a lot of their other progression checks in check dense locations like GTG. They've just not been back there. They've not made it a priority. They're now clearing out Ice Cavern. They are medallion up on Nopons, which Nopons will be clearing out Deku. But we are all dungeons for Nocturne. We are hunting our Requiem and Zelda's Lullaby. Those are really the next big finds for our runner. The hammer is still eluding us, and of course that letter is probably the inflection point upon which this race hinges.
Honestly, it's on chickens. Let's be real. Yeah, Blast
Oh my
Egg.
God.
Blast Egg knows where I'm going with this. Chickens. 100%.
Oh God. If that happens to poor Sora again.
Mhm. Just a reminder, this is AD. Just because, I mean, so much of this is now locked behind letter. So
right.
much of the seed is locked behind letters.
How dare we forget the Holy Seven? The chickens of Kakariko Village.
Nopons did chickens, really? Oh.
Did they really? Oh.
I don't remember that.
I missed
but
that, Benji. If they did, it doesn't surprise me. Again, they clear out all of their sections, child or adult.
I didn't think they had been to Child CAC during the daytime, but...
I don't remember seeing it, but it is something we will
yeah,
find.
We'll see. We'll find out. No, Hollow. Nothing. Yeah, Sam Alfalfa. I was watching you earlier.
There's a lot of seed bleed going on. It's great to see so many of our Season 5 competitors in the chat. I've seen Weasel, I've seen Purple Rupees, Alfalfa. Hey guys, good luck to you in your tournament.
Yeah, we are all hallucinating S5 together. I have so much seed bleed day to day. I'm like, oh no, they started with Bolero. No, they didn't.
If you want to get in on the standard fun, it's Requiem.
That gamble paying out big for Sora.
We brought it up earlier. Sora reads through the logic, through all the muddled mess that baseball has poured out for us. Yep. He sees the lines, and Sora has his Requiem now.
Yep. Yeah, and yeah, Requiem is good. It was a gamble. It was a 50-50 gamble. So pretty good odds there, but still, you could have ended up with Bolero there and just devastation.
Nothing of value there on the Colossus Arch, so don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, Blast Egg, exactly. We knew Crossing was in logic, which is why Sora went to Ice Cavern.
Zelda's Lullaby. Yep.
Yeah, Lullaby had to be here. So, yeah. Letter in Wasteland could be a thing. Letter in any of the fairy fountains. I would probably personally chase fire-locked checks, but again, I am not in S5, so...
I was a bit concerned for Sora because they wouldn't have been able to check the Zora's Fountain, Fairy Fountain, but they didn't have ZL, but they will be able to do it whenever they go clear Jabu, so... That won't be an orphan check for them. That's nice. I do wonder if we're going to see them reverse. I have to think they will. Or are they going to save and quit? Nope, they're putting on Dens. So it looks like they're going to reverse. Which is a good call for them, I think.
I would agree.
And they can continue on and well, they don't have strength 2, so they may not actually. They may just save quit out of or prelude out of Wasteland here since they don't have the strength 2 yet. I do wonder if this is our letter.
Poser Grave too.
That's right.
Good option.
Be Bolero on the Composer's Grave.
Alright, so Nopons. Oh, looked to be heading into Domain, but thinking
You swerved
better.
us.
Yeah. Baited. Probably realizing, oh, I should go see what the song is.
Oh, just a small chest. Oh, it's looking like it might be in spirit. This is an immediate prelude. I think they're gonna go check out the well.
Yeah, I mean, you can full clear it now. That is gonna be big for Sora.
Wait. Yeah, letter can be ZL locked because yeah, okay, alright, I got it.
Yep. Yeah, letter can't be child spirit. We've narrowed down a few places that letter can't be.
Yeah, ZL was on the Colossus.
Yep. 20 Skulls was hinted dead. I don't think either have checked 10 Skulls.
Yeah, we've not seen 10 Skulls turn in. Yep, they use Serenade to take the owl, and this is going to be a well play, it looks like.
And Nopons. Gonna go do Lab Dive, probably. Or...
Yeah, they're just following in the footsteps of Sora. Yeah, I think we saw Sora clear out Lab Dive, and then I wonder if they'll be following into Crater and Ice afterwards.
Yeah, we'll see. Nopons is able to go do the Song of Time check.
Yeah,
No.
good call.
You can go through those. And yeah, purple. Crossing logically. Wow.
Boring. Alright, 10 Skull turn in. Pause. Bomb refill.
That's not letter.
Oh! We've not seen Frogs 1 yet. It's another possible check. It's been in Logic for a long time now.
Yeah, I'm surprised. One of them went to Child River and didn't do it.
They went to Child River? I thought we'd only seen Adult River from both of them.
No, I think it was Nopons.
Oh, he bought beans.
Yeah.
That's right. Huh, yeah, that is a bit surprising.
Alright, Composer Grave, you gonna pay out here?
Alright, we'll definitely find Bolero. Will we find anything on the Firelock chest? Oh, they lost control of the chicken. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I do think Nopons is gonna do the toilet knowing that it's an item. Sora trying to get that keys with a very swag jump, missing. Yeah, just use your stick. Can you get it from that far away?
Whew.
Wow.
From downtown. Alright.
Oof.
Gonna grab his Bolero.
Domain is looking better and better.
Yeah? It's looking like it.
It could also be Dead Hand in the well.
That's right. Zio locked in well. Possible. Our choices are winnowing down.
Yeah, Shannock. Nopons rushing ice would have been what we know to be a really good play. Mirror Shield and Requiem there.
Yeah, I've seen runners say that they won't commit to ice until they find that all their logical pieces for it. I guess they did have hovers for availability, but it wouldn't be logically available to them without letter.
Yeah. This phi cap. We have a setting on called chest size matches contents. So you will see big chests for major items and small chests for things like heart pieces, Deku Seed refills, and all of the keys. If it's a boss key, it'll be in a big chest and look really pretty, gilded. And if it's a small key, it'll just be a miniature version of that.
Yeah, Axel, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing Nopon's name with my American butchery of the English language, but I couldn't do the French justice, honestly, so Nopons it is. Hello, Mr. Mario. Yes, it is indeed AD again.
Yeah. I wonder, how is it supposed to be pronounced, if anyone... Nopon?
Nopon? I can't speak a lick of French. I have no idea. Baseball taking his well-deserved due credit here for this seed.
Baseball.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, Mario Kinhutton. Otherwise, we are AD for Nocturne. Sora has... So I would say Sora has the progression lead, but Nopons does have the strength 2, which Sora is now going to find. I think this is going to pretty well place Sora a bit ahead, especially if there's something Zeo locked in well, since Nopons cleared out well before he had availability to Lullaby.
Topers, what we mean when we say logic is the game has certain rules, basically, behind it. Not rules that people have inflicted, like, oh, you can't jump over this particular gap using a pot. You have to have X item. The game expects, for example, to do what Nopons is doing, crossing this area, this section of the game. It expects you to have certain items, like your hover boots. It expects you to have the Lens of Truth and Magic to be able to do this. These runners are able to do this without these, but what the game expects them to need, that's what we are saying, what we're referring to when we say logic.
And you don't have to worry about sounding like an idiot. You can leave that job to me. I've done a good job of it thus far.
I disagree.
You're too kind. This has been a blast, by the way. I'm really enjoying doing this. I'm going to have to do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, what Purple Rupees is saying, ask whatever questions you want. We will do our best to answer. Yeah, hard logic and soft logic. It's just whether or not it's something they can get around. So, Requiem, for example. No, I'm not going to get into it. It's just going to be confusing. There's too many examples.
Stick around, watch some rando, play some rando. Got plenty of links to help you get started there. Learn it, love it, and stick around with us. We've got plenty of Season 5 tournament left. This race has already been action-packed. We've got plenty more to come over the next few weeks here. It's a double elimination with the top 64 having made it through a series of 18 qualifying races. They had to complete up to 5 minimum to qualify for this tournament using your average race time. The top 64 were slated for a double elimination bracket. The next 64 are competing in what we call the Challenge Cup. So lots of wonderful, and tons of it content out there for OOT rando enthusiasts. All right, so we have some new information. Nopons is in spirit. Yeah, Shinnok, I think I agree with you. I think Letter has to be an adult spirit here.
Bye, baseball. Thanks for giving us this seed and leaving us. Yeah, Adult Spirit Domain.
Oh, domain. Yep. Good point.
But it is quickly... The options are very limited at this point, depending on what we find.
And if it is Adult Spirit, I mean, Nopons is not in too much trouble now. He doesn't have that mirror shield, which would allow them to clear out Spirit Temple. That would be nice. So Sora does still have an advantage. They have the mirror shield, so if they do find Letter, I think there's going to be some interesting circumstances, probably having to do with the hammer, that is going to be Nopons' chance to really take a lead in this race. They are kind of just following behind Sora at the moment.
They, like, Child Spirit paying out nothing. Nopons will have that information immediately.
Mm-hmm.
The disadvantage there is... When do you go ice for your mirror shield if your progression is here in Adult Spirit?
Right. Ugh. Oh, pause.
Big chest.
Hammer. Oh my.
There we go.
Oh, Sora. That's huge for Sora.
Wait, big chest here too.
Uh-oh. Pause.
What do we got? Oh.
Big Goron sword.
Big Garon sword, which, well, helpful. Not exactly what you're hoping.
So an hour and 50 minutes into the seed, that has to be like at least an 18-minute time save by this point with BGS. That's a joke, folks. It's a joke.
We really need like an overlay, like sarcasm or meme warning. It's not a 30-minute time save. It is for me, because I'm bad at this game.
Big chest.
Another big chest.
Letter. All right.
There it is. Yeah, Letter couldn't be in fire because that was locked behind Letter. Access to Child Spirit.
Ding, ding, ding. Is that going to be go mode for Sora then? Long shot.
Yes.
But we know that Jabu is on the path.
We have an unresolved path to Morpha, so we're expecting long shot to be in there. It would be pretty hard for it to be something else.
Yeah, this is looking like... Oh my god. Well, I guess you have to resolve that path first, but this is going to be multiple dungeons of what looks like, quite frankly, go mode.
Huh, another big chest here?
Bow.
Interesting. Oh, we already saw a lab dive. It's not gold scale, sorry. They do have a Zora tunic for Central Pillar.
Yeah, if we had an advantage bar, it would be all the way over to Sora. The live betting would be a heavy favorite. We'd be looking at minus 2,000. I'm not sure what it would take for Nopons to pull ahead in this one, which is, you know, unfortunate for Nopons. This will be, if it is a loss for them, they'll be out of the tournament. But Sora, you know, they'll have made it through an elimination game now, and they'll be looking to carry that momentum into the next round. But again, crazier things have happened. We will have to see this seed to its completion, but yeah, it's looking like Sora has all the advantage right now.
Yeah, certainly Sora.
Oh, serious business! You can't do that. You can't do that to the poor Atlanta folks here.
Yeah, it's hard to see anything that control. There is a lot of dungeon progression. Not going to ice is, like, the longer that gets put off, the farther ahead Sora gets in progression.
Yep.
We do always hope, of course, that no, like, technical difficulties come up.
Well, yeah, barring that, we never try to think of that as I think we saw Zora Tunic, actually, so I don't think it can
Yeah.
even be that.
Yeah, we did. We saw Zora Tunic, and they have a wallet for Goron Tunic, which is why we're not getting wherever the Goron Tunic was hidden. Hinted 30 skulls? Some skull.
Goron Tunic was 30 skulls. Folks reliving previous Super Bowls here. Oof. Got one coming up here next week.
Terrible.
Are you from the Cincinnati or Los Angeles regions, Mel?
No.
Hmm.
I'm from Minnesota.
I see.
I'm
down
tell
here
you
in-
about Super Bowls. Oh wait,
Oh,
I
no.
can't.
Yeah. I'm down here in Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee. So, Titans have had their one yard of glory taken away from them, but yeah. And actually, I was up in Minneapolis not too recently, and I love that town. I think it's a great city.
Minneapolis is great. I see some people in chat saying Minnesota represent. Yeah, let's go.
Huh. Our Super Bowl parties, we always have a competition of snacks versus commercials. Oh, did I?
Sora just barely dodging.
Yeah, dodging the Skulltula. Yeah. That's right. I agree with you, Delilah. Snacks win every time, but sometimes commercials put up a good fight.
We draw categories. We all put in $1, draw a slip of category, and whichever the first commercial break of that is, if you have that. So if it's a car commercial and you have vehicles, you win everyone's money. It's great.
I used to be a degenerate gambler. I still am, but I used to be as well. And I have bet some crazy prop bets for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No, please.
Answering Wombat's question here, I wouldn't be too surprised if after Spirit, Sora goes straight into Fire to finish that. And then possibly even goes and gets the boss key in Water. You're not saving yourself an age change, but if you can, set your furrours, get your boss key, and then go straight into doing Shadow and just, furrours back. I don't know. People don't like age changing.
Yeah, I get it. Sometimes, though, sunk cost and all.
Mm-hmm. Nopons trying to farm some magic to set furrours.
Esteemed runner Mario pointing out that age changing takes years. You can get out of here with that. Thank you very much.
No, we want Mr. Mario.
Yeah, please stay. We love to have our runners in chat with us.
Yeah, exactly. Sora has Prelude. No
People stay.
Wow. Yeah, I thought Nopons had picked up Prelude.
Oh, they would have had to if they have Deku and they've been to Temple of Time, so.
Yeah.
But you'll notice the missing Requiem. So if you're just joining us and you've not tuned into the whole race, you'll see that Nopons is a bit behind Sora in terms of progression. Mainly due to some, I would call it some too thorough routing at the beginning, just falling just a little bit behind, and they've not been to Ice Cavern now. which is just kind of snowballing the lead for Sora here. Looking like Sora has all the advantage to take this race, but if Nopons gets out there to Ice Cavern to find their Requiem, to find their Mirror Shield, they could, and then in turn find their hammer. That'll put them on the path to completing this seed. They are going to take their letter now to Zora's Domain and can clear out Jabu. They're doing so, even though Jabu is a stone, because, you guessed it, Nocturne's on OOT. This is an all-dungeon seed. Yes, and also Longshot is in Jabu, or a way to get to it. It is a path to Morpha.
Kind of about that, Sora is going to be saving even more time over Nopons because he doesn't need to open big chests anymore until Jabu.
That's right.
And there are, only 4 items in there. Nopons, meanwhile, is going to go through Jabu, probably go through Shadow and Water before ever thinking about Ice.
That's right. They've got all this progression to push. It's going to push them further and further away from Ice Cavern.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hammer
it's not
was
even
a child
specifically
spirit guppy.
Yep. Yeah, it's not even just Ice Cavern. They also need to go to Icy Waters, which is in the fountain. So, yeah, both those checks there are needed for Nopons.
Yep, Requiem, hard required.
Yeah, Sora really saw, the path through this seed. If you read Zelda's Lullaby being out on Colossus, they had a 50-50 shot based upon remaining songs of Bolero or Requiem being out in Ice Cavern. They took their bottle and they took their King Zora skip. They skipped along and they found Mirror Shield in the Icy Waters of Zora's Fountain and then Requiem Spirit in Ice Cavern. They used that to go to Child Spirit and find the hammer. And that's really what's putting them so far ahead.
And chat pointing out, happy 2 hours, everyone. Our runners today, Sora and Nopons, doing an absolutely amazing job. This has been so much fun to watch so far, and we will see what kind of trolliness awaits. Like Boss Key being on the right hand of the Colossus. Sure, game. Thanks. Our trackers today, making sure we know what items the runners have, and keeping comms honest more often than not. Carliana and Shannock, thank you both. Our restreamer today, Soulblade, keeping everything going so that we, can actually watch the race together. And my co-commentator today, Hagmania, thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying your first time.
I am indeed. Couldn't have asked a better co-coms to do my first race with, so thank you very much for joining me, Mel.
Yeah, happy to be here. And yeah, I mean, Sora could sub 3 this. We don't know where our boss key is in Fire, which is kind of the biggest wild card. Shadow is going to take, about 12 minutes in these settings. Spirit's almost done. Jabu's gonna be, what we usually say, 8 minutes. Ouch. Soulblade failing us. Not enough memes and puns.
Soulblade, I set up the chat for Hylian Valentines and no one took my bait. I failed as a straight man. I'm sorry.
One. I made a pun.
You did. Indeed you did.
Oh, chat. I'm being silenced. My puns ignored.
Alright, so Twinrova not being too difficult, for Sora here. A pretty good fight as Nopons opens up the long shot. There it is. We're in no mode.
Oh, that's a good one, Axel. That's good.
That's also rude, but good.
I am so shocked to find Longshot in our path to Morpha when we already have a hookshot and irons.
Bunch of Rasputins in the chat and comms today.
Guppy Rudos ended up being in Spirit Temple on the ZL locked check in the... What is that room called? Anyway, where you jump down on the hand and you play ZL and a couple of chests fall down. One of those. Upper lobby ZL chest. Thank you, Mr. Mario.
Perfect. Upper lobby ZL chest.
The smaller statue room. I need to actually, learn these check names, because the code has, proper names for all of these checks. And if you've ever done a Pictionary spoiler log race, chat, it's important that you know what those checks are.
Oh, that sounds... that sounds like a ton of fun. Pictionary spoiler log? That's great.
Sora has completed Spirit, is going Child. We will have probably the briefest of double Jabus. Spirit Temple statue room, northeast chest. Oh, petition to rename these.
Oh yeah. STSRNC. I forgot the acronym. My bad. Devs. Blame Trez.
Oh. Yeah, there is a Pictionary race in a couple weeks. 27th over on a partner channel, the Silver Gauntlets.
Delilah, we know he's not a dev. We just always blame Trez.
Yeah, Pictionary race with Pot Sanity. I'm not doing it, but I'll watch it. Sora, going after these chews makes sense. You're gonna have to go fight Volfagia, and those chews will come in handy. I want Pot Sanity with one Triforce piece. Anyone?
My. Yeah.
Anyone? Yeah, every check has at least its official name and a meme name.
Dean, I believe, I've not seen one, but I would imagine you have to clue your partner in to where the items are by drawing them out with the spoiler log at your hand.
Yep, so the drawer has the spoiler log, and that is all of the information that the runner gets is what they draw.
Yes, Riley, yes.
Yeah, we're pretty sure that Sora's gonna be taking this Riley, but, maybe.
Yeah, this is just be a bunch of dungeon cleanup for Sora after he gets his long shot here within Jabu.
Yeah. And Nopons missing the quick stun on that second phase.
Oh no.
The worst phase of Baronade. I've watched people go order pizza in races, yes.
Barring anything catastrophic, which we try not to bring attention to, this is all but done for Sora. But we are here to keep you all engaged for the rest of this race, so we shall do so.
Yeah, I am curious where Nopons goes next.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a strong chance that they just go straight into Shadow and use it as thinking time, as is tradition with Shadow Temple.
Unfortunately for them, they're going to be opening up all the big, if there are any left to open. They'll be opening up the big chest there. They're hunting for both the hammer and the mirror shield, so even further time lost. Although I really don't know if there are many big chests left in the game to open. Like
I think
Stone of Agony. Have we seen that?
I don't think we've seen Stone of Agony, but someone said maybe we had. Yeah, the third bow, the third slingshot, third strength. I think we have bottle percent.
Yeah, not too. Yeah. Oh, gold scale. That's another one.
The other scale, yep.
Yeah, bottle. Yeah, we know the third bomb bag is on skulls.
Oh, that's right.
That's how the seed opened up. The seed opened up with hints for Nocturne on AD and 40 skull bomb bag, and we were yikers.
Fire arrows.
We've seen eye drops. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be fire arrows.
Let's see. We know where a tunic is.
I think we've seen both of our tunics, or we have no knowledge of both of our tunics.
Yes, Hollow Logic. Sora is a room away from go mode.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 3.5 dungeon or 3.25 dungeon go mode for him.
And Nopons doing... Oh
my god!
Killing Link, one of my favorites. I always feel bad when I do that, but it's so funny to watch it. Like, you know what? Actually, Link, you deserve this. Just yeet right into that pillar. The fact that they even put that there is just astounding.
Base jumping right into the... Oh, the stalagmite.
Oh. Alright, and that is going to be go mode for Sora.
Go, go, go!
You still need Ruto.
4 dungeons to complete here. 4 dungeon prizes to grab here for Sora.
Mm-hmm.
Hammer is in Child Spirit.
And Requiem is in Ice, which all of the progression Nopons has access to is just going to keep pushing that more and more to the back burner. Yes, Hammer is required to beat the game. You have to beat Fire Temple, which hard requires the Hammer.
Yeah, if Fire were a stone and all dungeons were not required, you would not need the Hammer, but in this case, it is a medallion, so we definitely need the Hammer. Yeah, Virgil, we think he's done anyway, really. It's, I just think the time lost already is just a bit too much to overcome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mirror Shield is at the bottom of Fountain. And Requiem is at the end of Ice, so it would be a pretty spectacular play for Nopons to come out on top on this.
Which is, I mean, it's absolutely nothing to discredit Nopons. They're a fantastic runner. They qualified for this tournament. They've shown their mettle in these 3 races. It's just sometimes your play style just kind of works against you. It is a 1v1 race, so in a qualifier race, this could be a great time. Just in a 1v1 setting, it could cost them some of their early choices during the game. And really, I mean, everything they've done is, pretty defensible, honestly. So it's not even like they've, ran a bad race. It's just how Rando works sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing is, in a 1v1 like this is going to be a great time still for Nopons. completing the entirety of it. It's just that Sora made slightly different routing decisions that paid out. There
That's
wasn't
right.
a major item behind Strength 2 and GTG, for example. So Sora wasn't hurt by that, where it could have been a major advantage for Nopons. It just ended up not being so.
That's right. Yep. Yeah, the combination of items really could have worked out to Nopon's favor here. But yeah, it just not this seed.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, this makes sense. It is a progression dungeon, and as far as Nopons knows, the rest of the items could all be here in Shadow.
All right, first try, box champ. First try, nice. Nice on Sora. In the box skip there.
Yeah, that Requiem being out at ice is so unfortunate. And that really was. It was a gamble Sora took, and it paid out big.
Yeah, it was a gamble. It was a well-informed gamble, though. That they really did know. It was a coin
toss.
Yeah. I mean, and even if it was a coin toss, they would have saved time getting out to Fire Temple if it was Bolero. But still, I think it was a well-informed play. Their odds were pretty good at finding something nice, and they did find Mirror Shield and Icy Water, so it really did pay out. Ice Cavern is not just the song. There are checks there, so, yep.
And yeah, Virgil, the amount of vanilla medallions in this, and honestly, even Deku being the forest medallion, is this rando? Excuse me?
Not to mention Prelude was Prelude.
Yeah, Prelude was vanilla. Alright, that is Stone Dungeons done for Sora, who is just gonna go rush the remaining dungeons.
Yeah, that's really all there is to it. They are ready to go kill Ganon. They just, have to get across the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Some unfortunate. There we go. Yeah, how deep are those boss keys? And that's really not... it's not a factor in which runner would come out, ahead at the end of all of this. It is just, is Sora gonna sub through this? Because you have to go all the way to Hammer Chest for your boss key. Maybe not.
Yeah, and unfortunately, just based upon the item layout, we didn't really have a good bet for... Is that Strength 3? Oh,
yeah, sure was. Sure was.
Oh, no funds. Oh.
Yeah, we might have had a hint for Hammer Chest.
Yeah, Hammer Chest was dead.
And I think... For some reason, I thought we had a hint for Central Pillar, but that's probably Seed Blade, as we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I don't remember a Central Pillar hint, but again, it's been 2 hours and 17 minutes, so... Alright, so we're just gonna be following along Nopons as he clears out Shadow, and then we'll see where Sora... Be a double Shadow here.
Yeah, a little curious if this ends up being a go mode Shadow for Sora, meaning skipping those back 2 rooms.
Right,
Nopons will definitely not be skipping those, still looking for items, but Sora could gain even more time.
Based upon the small key and boss key layout, we could be getting a really fortunate Shadow for Sora, because there's not really a way, as I understand it, there's not really much of a way to speed up Shadow Temple. It depends upon the key layout.
Yeah, it's all about the keys. It is a little faster because for example, that first room with the visible spinner, or yeah, the thing that cuts you.
Sure, yeah.
Spinner.
Yep.
You can see if that chest is something you need to open immediately. You can skip that room entirely if it's not a key or a big chest. So, it makes it just a little faster, but otherwise, yeah, a shadow takes a shadow.
A unit of time in OOT is measured in shadows.
Scythe. Thank you, Soulblade.
We do already have the boss key. That was just picked up by Nopons, so depending upon the small key, we'll get more information here for Sora.
2 keys. Yep.
There's a lot of keys. We'll see.
I think that's it. Is there one more small key?
Yeah, so it's 3 keys in the Crusher room.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you only need 3 keys from there.
Yeah,
keys
so
and boss key. Oh, there is one more small key.
Need one more.
Oh, why do I always forget this room exists?
Right.
I don't like it. That's fine. This ain't Master Quest.
Oof. Confession, I have never played Master Quest, so I wouldn't know.
I can't make it through this game the way it is, like, normally.
All right. One of the new hints for one of the new sometimes hints for this season is the pot here in Shadow. I don't believe it was hinted this time though. So
no, which, like, funnily enough, part of the reason that it was made to be a sometimes hint was Hookshotless Shadow, which is not allowed.
Oh, interesting.
Hammer was in Child Spirit.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good feedback about the new hints. I've heard good feedback about paths. I think this game just keeps getting developed better and better. It just ages like a fine wine.
Key.
Oh, so that'll do it, right? Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, Nopons is going to be doing the back rooms. We'll see what, if anything, is back there, but Sora will just gain even a couple extra minutes.
Yeah, this is looking to become a question of what dungeon will Nopons be in as Sora finishes up the seed here.
Ugh. Hey, Nehru's.
Nehru's love.
I think that's a 3 of 5 meme.
Yeah, we've not seen our green rupee, I don't believe. Is that right?
No, we haven't. And we probably won't at this point. Unfortunately.
Alas, Greg will be contained.
If Greg isn't found when they're still opening small chests, we're never seeing Greg. Unless it's on something that you can't, like...
Crushed.
Yep. Purple, I mean, I'm with you there, but I don't think you'll gain any traction on that petition.
Purple, come on now. This is a serious competition.
For anyone who is newer to the community and wondering, who is Greg? What are we talking about? There is a single green rupee mixed into the item pool. You get it in Mido's house in vanilla when you're learning about the money in the game. And it's the only single green rupee you can find. So, green rupee of eternal greatness. Oh, that's new. Thought it was glory.
Green rupee of eternal Gregness.
Yep. And yeah, Dean Machine? Dean Machin? Most of the meme items are in big chests. 3 of them are. The winner heart piece, which is a piece of heart that says winner on the first text box. Yet another big chest here, just to... yes, classic. We forgot double magic.
Oh, yes.
We knew double magic would be in shadow, which is why we didn't list it off.
Yes, magic is... It's a perma... It's a perma note. Magic is in shadow, yes.
The other magic had to be magic locked, so... Shockingly. Yep, that's a classic. It always feels so rude if one runner is in go mode skipping all of the big chests and there are several, just trolling the runner that is still opening them. Yeah, I feel like it's honestly more than that purple. Yeah, fire arrows. They can't be in water. Water's foolish, but there was at least one big chest that Sora didn't open in Spirit. But Nopons should also be in go mode by the time we would see that again, so...
Right. And here's the Bongo Bongo fight.
Yep, best DJ. Bongo, bongo, bongo. Ooh.
Oh.
A little slow for the one cycle there. But
must not have had the
stunning.
the Bongo Bongo playlist running. I know someone's made some beats per minute playlists for the Bongo Bongo rhythm.
Which is so funny. Apparently, is it Skater Boy?
Yeah, it's Avril Lavigne.
Yeah. And I'm like, how of all of the songs? Because there are so many songs that are at that exact same beats per minute. Why did Skater Boy end up being the one? Garo Master, Hammer is in Child Spirit.
Yeah, if you're just joining us 2.5 hours in here, Sora is in Go mode. They have the Mirror Shield, which is from Icy Waters. They have Requiem of Spirit, which is from Ice Cavern. And they have the Hammer, which is from Child Spirit, which requires Requiem. So that is the main difference. Nopons is just kind of lagging behind. Really needs to get to Ice Cavern to be in Go mode. But we're going to see them...
people in chat are standing Skater Boy and not even spelling it right.
Right? I believe it's the number 8 and an I for boy, if I am a proper... Yes, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, I was in junior high when Skater Boy came out. I lived it. It was the anthem. I get it. I'm just confused how now, 20 years after it originally came out, basically, it's become the Bongo Bongo killing meme.
Ooh, yikes! I was in high school. I am an old man.
Bongo is a skater boy.
Touche, Purple Rupees, touche.
That's fair. That's fair.
We're still watching it in 2022 because
Ooh,
it's an awesome
scrap.
game. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Nice. Some swag from Sora.
Nopons turning in 10 skulls at the 230 mark. We might see chickens yet from Nopons. I'm hoping this
very
is an
possible.
ice play. No. It makes sense. Go finish water. You got what you need. But yeah, it'll be a hot minute, Serious Kraz, but Nopons is gonna do water here and then either go ice or go do child cleanup. I am hoping that it's ice because at least then Nopons has all of the tools to finish the seed. As much as I love watching chickens after the 2-hour mark doesn't feel good.
Oof, yeah. A bad feeling in the pit of your stomach.
Yeah. All right. Chat, you gotta stop posting Skater Boy lyrics because if I start like humming or singing that, ZeldaSpeedRuns is gonna get DMCA'd, and then I'm gonna get in trouble probably. And I don't want to
Probably,
do
who
that.
knows?
And yep, double water temple. So
it's a bit funny that Sora is now following Nopons when Nopons have been following Sora for so long.
Mm-hmm. But this really shows how much time the back of Shadow can save you if you don't have to do it. Sora entered Shadow quite a bit after, and not opening any of the chests that weren't keys, and skipping those back couple of rooms. They're, almost neck and neck here.
That's right. And with water being foolish, Sora's go moding it anyway, but Nopons could do the same here. Looks like they're going to, yeah. They're going to set Ferora's Wind here on the way to Morpha. Good call by both of the runners.
August throwing down the gauntlet.
Looks like Nopons got frustrated with that hook shot, that long shot, and just said, screw it. I'm just going to go find this boss key.
Mm-hmm. Small key in the wall there.
Oh, it's true. They do have Ferora's saved in spirit, so good call.
Oh, that's right.
Good call.
Which is kind of another potential issue. Even if you go to Ice and you get Requiem, where is Child Spirit on your list of things?
Yeah, is that before or after chickens? I guess it would have to be before.
You'd think before, but...
Right,
like,
yeah.
Nopons has bottom of the well left to go do. Finish up those couple of checks. Child Spirit, chickens.
Yeah, this seed just did not play into Nopons' play style whatsoever.
Yeah. And, like, at that point, Nopons knows it's going to be Requiem out there. Yeah, the ice play was just at a really good time, and the advantages Nopons gained over being thorough, they weren't, yeah, they weren't anything that was super important at that moment. Sora had plenty of time to get back there, get back in it. Oh yeah, Child Goron City.
Lots of options.
Yeah, Nopons did Hot Rodder. Frogs won.
Yep.
Actually, I think there was a hint for Frogs won. I think we need to let Frogs one go.
Oh, he did.
Nopons did Frogs one.
Okay.
I just ignored it. Okay. Thank you. This is why the trackers are the real heroes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, where's Tektite?
Alright, where's this boss key hiding?
I mean, probably Dark Link just to be rude.
Yeah.
I'm curious about Nopons coming to Dragon Chest this way. Usually you don't see that.
I mean, it's also interesting they choose to clear out foolish water. I guess they just, they can do it, so they're just doing it now. I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, especially the items that, are remaining. I don't even think anything... We might have one bow left that could be in here.
Well, we know it's foolish, and they've been hinted, so I don't even...
Yeah, foolish just means that there are no items that lead to further progression. So, for example, you can have a bow-locked bow in a foolish location, or a bomb-locked bomb bag, because all you get are extra, arrows or bombs that you can carry. It doesn't open up anything new.
Right, sorry, yeah, I wasn't meaning to dispute. Yes, exactly, yes, sorry, yeah, it's a good distinction to make, yes, sorry. I was just questioning the decision to go water, if it is foolish. I guess they just need to clear it out, so they're doing it now while they have the chance.
Yeah, and I mean, when you're in a race like this, Nopons has so many other things to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Clearing out a foolish dungeon that you need to do anyway, it just gives you additional time to think. You've gone through all of Shadow, you can do water, do it while you're trying to figure out what do I have left. Especially since Shadow didn't have anything.
Right, yeah. That's a big bummer for them. OGC, was that hinted for the runners?
I think someone said we saw a Castle Fairy hint as a sometimes, but I'm not sure if it was OGC or the child one.
Yeah, I was thinking, it was just a complete bummer of a Shadow for Nopons. Not even with the possibility of OGC to they would have gone and checked it, I think.
Sora gonna go peek Central Pillar. Well, probably peek. Oh, going straight for it. And Nopons just shortly behind.
Where'd Mario go? He's our peak master. He put together a pretty handy video guide of all the peaks.
Is the OOT 3D rando better or worse than OOT 64 rando? I think that's probably just personal preference. The 3D rando is relatively new. Aha.
Well, yeah, the peak is there's plenty of tech out there. I'm sure still to be found with all the peaking. I saw a new peak for Colossus right hand in a race a couple days ago that I had never seen before. It was pretty cool. It's like you go around to where the hintstone is instead of just looking up from I guess the Requiem platform. You go around to where the hintstone is and you can peek that way.
Yep. And yeah, Dark Link or River Chest is our boss key in water here.
So it was squirreled away at the very back of Water Temple, of course.
I'm shocked.
The siege has not relented.
Baseball left.
Yeah, this is our 7th inning stretch because we are about to be in the last part of the game here for Sora. Just fire temple after water, and then we can go kill Ganon.
Yep. Yeah, baseball is hiding. Understandable. Oh, this room is so nice when you already have long shot and hovers.
Right.
So good.
Kind of blew my mind the first time I saw someone complete this room with that full kit. I was like, oh my god. That's so nice.
Yep. Yeah, Shannock. Sora took a slightly different route. It's basically because of the dragon chest. Most runners do route that in with this loop, because you can peek it from the river chest, like, hallway, platform, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and after Water Temple, the runners are going to diverge again, because Sora will just go complete fire, but Nopons does not have the hammer. So this is, after Water Temple, we'll see Nopon's decision of what they're going to do next.
Yeah, probably. You change where exactly you're going, if you feel behind. And my understanding from most runners is, in a 1v1, you pretty much always feel behind. Because no one is harder on you than you.
Oh, right, yeah. And, yeah, even if you're Sora, which you kind of stumbled right into... I mean, I say stumble. They deliberately chose this path, but you ran into the items on your way. I mean, just given how long and drawn out the seat has been, he could still be feeling the pressure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the moment that you really, in Sora's case, that he probably was like, oh, this was good, was probably picking up that Requiem in ice.
Yeah.
And that mirror shield. Like, yeah. Oh, I needed to do this. Awesome.
And then immediately parlaying that into hammer. I think he really was like, oh, yeah, okay, well, I'm in a pretty good position here.
Sora getting the quick grab, but losing Morpha after a hit.
Hi, Snacks. Thanks for joining us here at the 2 hour and 40-minute mark. We are on the tail end of an all-dungeon seed.
Yep. Apollo, probably. This will probably be sub 3 hours. It will all come down to how deep the fire boss key is.
Which we've seen a little bit of fire cleared out just the first 2 checks, so... Is that right? Did Sora go in there, or was it Nopons?
Sora...
I think it was Sora. Yeah, Nopons didn't... Yeah, Nopons did not enter Fire Temple. It was Sora. So, a little bit has been cleared. We know it's not Hammer Chest, but it could still be within Deep Fire. I'm still giddy over learning about Pictionary. Spoiler log. I need to see both pilot and runner perspective for this.
Yes. It's so good. Alright, so, Morpha. Dead. For both runners. Nopons is gonna be peeking shoot the sun here. I don't think that was hinted.
Delilah, I'm gonna have to check it out. Great shout out to the YouTube channel. You can find all the uploaded Twitch VODs there.
Yeah, so the most recent one I think that ZSR did would have been during the marathon this summer.
Okay.
I believe those are all in a playlist, so if anyone wants to see what kind of chaos ensues, it's not using the standard rule set, I believe. They were allowed to use whatever glitches and tech they wanted.
Well, sure. All your logic is being devoted to figuring out what the heck your your pilot is drawing.
Yep. Yeah. if you if you watch that, I was doing comms and misidentified the well as a trampoline. So maybe have it on mute, chat. Alright, this should be an ice play from Nopons. Oh, Crater Fairy?
Yeah,
No,
but I
YouTube
think they
Crater
will.
Fairy.
I think they will circle around. Gosh, if they didn't check any of Crater. Yeah, there was a lot left for Nopons indeed.
Nopons can't do Crater Fairy because
oh, right.
that hammer is still MIA, but the DMT Fairy, yeah.
That's right. Trail Fairy. There we go.
Trail Fairy. I believe this is the last restreamed race today. We should have the schedule, though. I think there is yet another one tonight. Just not being restreamed.
Yeah, I know there's at least one restreamed race tomorrow as well. Once we wrap this up, I believe Soulblade will be here to tell us a bit more about our upcoming schedule, so stay tuned for that and check out those links in the meantime.
Right.
Okay, Fire. How disgusting are you today?
Always. Fire Temple. Hate it. People can argue all they want about Forest or Shadow being the worst temples because they're linear, but Deep Fire is so deep. I can't. Yeah, now it's a nice play.
Which is the right play for Nopons. Good on them
Yep.
for figuring it out. It's just a bit late.
Yep. I think the worst possible thing for Nopons here, though, would be to grab that mirror shield and then furrours just after entering Ice.
Oh, they just... Oh no, they set foot into Ice Cavern and furrours away.
Yeah, because Nopons knows that Spirit is completable without Child. I cannot imagine you make that gamble. Oh, alright. This isn't the worst. I'm pretty sure that was boss key up there.
A proportion of the maze, then. A pretty nice fire, all considered. So we are looking at a possible sub 3 here.
Yeah. This is where Big Goron Sword actually comes in handy, is the climb up Ganon's tower. Yeah, not the worst spot, not the best, but it keeps sub 3 alive, and I would say pretty decidedly alive.
Yeah, I would say so too.
There's Mirror Shield. Nopons swimming.
Yeah,
this...
Well, not too trolly of a seed. I think Nopons might disagree with the Mirror Shield and Hammer, but you know, really, if you did make the call to play Ice into Requiem, you know, if it was there, you know, the seed was, you know, pretty laid out for you, and that's how it went for Sora.
Yeah, it just Sora made a play into Ice. It was a coin toss if it was going to be Bolero or Requiem out here, and it just so happened that Hammer was in Child Spirit, and you know, that's why we say rando gonna rando.
Yeah, I wouldn't even really call it rushing Ice. It was a pretty delayed Ice. It was just a read into the logic here for Sora making a calculated, informed decision and getting paid for it.
Rush Ice. Yeah, I would say always Rush Ice is a meme, a meta that I feed into.
It was definitely a meme in Season 4, but with the allowance of King Zora Skip, I think it becomes less of a... Well, it's still a meme, but less of a meme and more of a serious play, to consider at basically all times that you have the ways and availability to get there.
Is that the official definition now, Purple? Did all of the runners get together and agree that rush ice refers to out of logic sub 1 hour ice cavern?
Our OoTR dictionary needs to, our wiki needs to get that definition in.
Yeah.
Sun Song is on the Burning Kakariko. Check. The Vanilla Nocturne song.
Yeah. I mean, I watched a race yesterday where both runners were in ice under 20 minutes into the race. They started with ZL, I believe it was, and they found a bottle and they were like, yep, we going.
Thank you, Foster. Baseball not here to give us the baseball stats, so you're stepping in. Thank you. All right, so
Small key. We don't care about that, but
no. Nicely done on Volvagia for Sora, and it's time for Ganon's Castle.
yeah, Sora grabbing those chews, thinking ahead, really good. Really good way to cut some time down there. Not that using the bombs takes too long, but the chews are just so much faster.
Don't get me started, brother. So blade on Scott Steiner math.
Oh, backflip! Oh, the swag. Yes, Nopons.
I've actually been to the Shoney's where Scott Steiner owns a piece of it. Oh god. Anyway.
Yeah, Nopons showing us some glitchless jumps in ice here.
Oof.
Showed off that nice hovers backflip. And Sora spawning the bridge.
Tuffle, I think it would have to be the latter. There's a shrine with all of his stuff there. I think it's probably the same. It's pretty recent. Thank you, Soulblade. Toffle. It's true. It's damn true. All right, so looking like Sora now gonna move on. We can discuss a little bit about the future for Sora. Unfortunately, this will be the end for Nopons. But Sora, do we know the upcoming challenger for Sora? I don't think yet.
I'm not sure. And usually try not to talk about other matches that have happened this weekend in case people want to watch the VODs, but
yeah, I wouldn't spoil anything. Yeah, so yes, he does. They will know their opponent coming up. That has been determined already.
Come on, Purple. It's all good. Oh, has it been more than a day? I just wasn't even sure who's been playing today or yesterday.
I treat ZeldaSpeedRuns like a sport. If it's already happened, then it's fair game. But I do respect I do respect the audience. If they want to be spoiler free, I can abide by their wishes.
We need the Gossip Stone podcast to start a this week in the tournament summary. Be like, here's what happened this tournament. This is the swag.
The swag. Nice podcast section name.
Yep. It is Sunday.
Oh,
In
no, I have
certain
to work
time
tomorrow.
zones.
No.
Oh, Sora missing the one cycle on Ganondorf.
Nice one, Foster.
Ooh, but getting the special attack where you can just use a light arrow. Very nice.
Nice. It's time. It's Ganon time. Here we go. Sora in the ultimate fight.
Top file.
Look,
We
they
need
do
more
work.
podcast.
They do great work. I don't blame them at all. It's a lot of work to put together a podcast.
Oh, is that? Wow. I'm so out of it.
There you go. Yes. So
Mr. Mario, the only one who knows what they're talking about at this exact moment.
Sora will be moving on to face the winner of Fabio Rockchalk. So yes.
Bacon of Destiny. Yeah, it's not a spoiler if it's been more than a week ago. I just wasn't sure when that match had been played. Yeah, Fabio Rockchalk. Fabio, one of the keyboard warriors.
But got defeated by Rockchalk, unfortunately. That'll be Sora's next opponent. Nopons' run in the tournament will end here, but still great things to come from this runner, I'm sure, in the future. It is looking like it's going to be a really great time for Sora, all things considering, in this pretty long, drawn-out seed.
Alright, get your GGs in chat, everyone. Sora gonna make the final killing blow on Ganon here.
I'm going to give a GG to you, Mel. Thank you so much for helping me through my first comms.
Hey, no, thank you. This has been great. Nopons, I am not sure what the next move would have been, but did finish up Spirit, which is great.
And a GG to Sora.
Finishing in first place with a time of 2:56.07. That is sub 3, just in case anyone was curious about that. And it looks like Nopons will not be finishing.
Gonna welcome in our first place finisher, our winner of the race. Hi, Sora. GG.
Hello. Thank you.
Well raced by you, sir. Initial thoughts on the seed?
It wasn't. I mean, it was an AD, like 80 AD, all of the dungeons seed, but it actually wasn't that bad because I spent like an hour in go mode pretty much. So.
Yeah, I think it was
Wasn't that
3, maybe 4 complete dungeons.
I got go mode in Spirit, and then I had to do Fire, Water, Shadow, Jabu. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because you knew the long shot was in Jabu, so it was basically a go mode after you found that item.
Yeah, exactly. So I pretty much blacked out for an hour and just played.
And oh, hey, here's Ganon, yes. I thought your execution was great. I do, there was a big decision point. I think we've discussed it a lot, but, your decision to go to Ice Cavern when you did, can you just talk us through that process? We seem to have laid it all out here, but I'd like to hear your perspective on it.
Yeah, so at that point, I knew that ZL was on Requiem. So I didn't want to go to Well without ZL because you can't peek all the checks in there without it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a risk. So I went Ice, kind of hoping that Requiem would be there, with the fallback that Bolero would be useful anyway, since I'd have to go to Fire eventually. So I had FW and GTG, so I could have just crossed for ZL, but that didn't really give me any extra checks while I was doing that, so I figured ice was the better play, and obviously it paid off pretty well.
Oh, paid off in spades. You found your mirror shield. You found Requiem. Requiem was needed for the hammer and Child Spirit. I guess that was that the point that you knew that you turned the seed around pretty well for you when you found that hammer?
Yeah, I felt really good when I found that because it. I'm trying to remember what I still needed at that point. I think I still needed the Rudos.
Right. Yes. I think you were
but-
still looking for Rudos.
I don't remember if I went Child Spirit before, or I think it was after Well. So yeah, I was pretty much just like, let's go rush Spirit and see what happens. And then once I got Letter, it was like, okay, well, time to just play the video game and hope for the best. Not much I could do at that point other than not make mistakes.
So, I guess what is your first thought when you come into a seed and like so many suddenly it's AD for Nocturne? Do you kind of feel that that gives you an advantage or a disadvantage in seeds? I'm always curious because, sometimes you go in and you go, well, AD gives the other runner an execution advantage. The longer a seed goes on, the more that comes into play. How did you feel when you saw that?
In this case, I felt pretty good because I feel that my execution is better than my routing. Like my weakness is routing. So when it's an AD seed, you can kind of just like full clear stuff, and it works because you need every item in the game. So that I tend to feel good about those kinds of seeds because I feel like I'm good at pressing the buttons, and sometimes I'm not great at making the right choices. So having essentially the whole seed being like, yeah, you got to get every item, it kind of works for me.
Well, I got to say, you sniffed out the right route pretty well this time. So don't doubt your routing skills here. You did an excellent job, and of course, you did follow through with it in that execution phase of the game.
Yeah, the only mistake that really made me angry was when I did the Dampe race and then I
Oh.
side hopped to have the door follow me, and I had a weird angle, so I thought I wasn't gonna hit it, and then I hit it, and I had to save quit and walk all the way back to CAC like a moron.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's never fun when you're starting out a seed and that happens. You're just, oh, great. Great. Thanks, Dompe. And then to not even get an item. Just rude. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of questions on it, to be totally honest. I think you clearly made the right choices in routing. Your execution was excellent. You got to go mode Shadow, which is always fun. We kind of got to see the exact difference it makes go moding Shadow because by the time you had finished Bongo, you and Nopons were like neck and neck getting into water. But how I guess going into bottom of the well kind of late because you were waiting for ZL, were you concerned when you saw the strength down there?
Not really. At that point, I pretty much everything I had done had paid off in some way. So if like if I had done extra stuff, which there wasn't really that much of it in the seed, but if I'd done extra stuff and then found that strength later, I would feel the time loss. But there weren't really any plays that didn't pay off for me, so I didn't really worry too much about it.
Great race. I think the only question remaining that I have is, do you have any personal history with Rock Chalk in races, or he's your upcoming competitor? Any thoughts there on your upcoming matchup?
I'm not super familiar with their playstyle. I'll have to go do my homework a bit. Because I don't know what our head-to-head looks like, but I feel pretty confident in myself no matter who the opponent is. So I'm just gonna treat it like any other. I'm just gonna try to play my game and hope for the best. Hope if I lose, it's not to a casino. It's to being outplayed.
Yeah, your game and your playstyle worked out great today. GG's, Sora.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for the restream. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for joining us and allowing the restream, and good luck in your next match.
All right. Well, on behalf of myself and Milkwe, this is Hagmania. I'm going to turn it back over to Soulblade.
Yes. Thank you all for coming out. Tomorrow on the schedule, there are indeed 2 races that are going to be happening. Both at 2:20 p.m. Eastern Time. It's Monday the 7th. Both lower bracket round 2s. We got Ryuja versus Brotenderdos in the first one, and Arthur Uduni, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, versus Ausuna. So if you want to check those out, those will be happening. And other than that, if there's nothing else, we will catch you all another time.
Thanks for joining us, everyone, today. Thanks again to our trackers, Carliana and Shannock.
Thank you for the trackers as well.
Yeah, thanks everyone. GG to you all.